No. Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be having a good live stream here today. Nothing too crazy. It's a good Saturday to start off the month. As you guys come in here, let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. Like the stream. Let me know everything. What's going on? There's also a poll up. Essentially, I want to know if you guys have been making money during this bear market here. We're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about some of the meme things that's been going on. Memes doing a launch pad. We're going to be talking about RWAs. This is going to be a pretty good live stream here. And we're going to update on some tokens that I was liking. Green Bean. What's good? What's good? Welcome in. We lit. Of course, as always. What if on Robinhood went crazy? It did. Gotta congratulate those boys that hit on what if. It did pretty well. Do you have an update on Wood? Yes, we're going to be talking about Wood very soon here. Kaon, new viewer, where are you viewing from? YouTube. Can you help me make money? We can talk about some of the altcoins and let's see if I can help you make some money. Now, don't forget, as you guys tune in, like the stream, retweet the stream on X, everything. Today we're going to be looking at this real quick. We're seeing some trending things here before we actually get into the full intro. Do want to talk about this cold card situation here of someone just losing all their money on a cold storage wallet here. This was like a few days, actually yesterday. $40 million worth of Bitcoin have been stolen after a whole cold card hardware wallet was hacked. Now, one of the users I see here is Jonathan here, who got $1.6 million of Bitcoin drained from his account. That is crazy. Honestly, I did not think this would happen so easily with the cold storage wallet. These things like this is just crazy, but you guys can go ahead and read into his comments and see everything he has posted here, because this right here has gone a little nuts. He actually reported and things like that. So you guys got to stay safe out there, man. Put your money in different places. Of course, we had the one saying, don't really store your money on centralized exchanges because not your keys, not your wallet. Apparently, any of these wallets could get hacked as well. So this is going to be a little interesting here. Now, if you guys can hear me perfectly, just let me know, because it feels like I can let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now let's get into the intro here. If you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We on that road to 30K subscribers. You guys already know, if you guys want the best community out there, you guys got to check out the altcoin chasers here. You guys know we've actually been making a killing here. Recently, we actually had a little downturn, nothing too crazy. We haven't been hitting on too many altcoins, but when we do, it's usually a banger here. And you guys can go ahead and test out the HQ with the Patreon group as well. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon group, you guys can use Aside 2026 to save 40% off your first month. You guys will be able to get into the community. Also, test out the HQ. The HQ is going to be valuable for you guys from the bear market to the bull market. And I was going to promote a cold storage wallet, but I don't know, man. I don't know how things is going to play out with these cold storage wallets. What is safe anymore, right? Getting into a little bit of the things, you guys should follow the HQ on Twitter here, as actually we got an agent actually managing the whole entire socials here, making some good posts. Talk about ponds here, put a nice little thesis on ponds, so we're going to probably break that down when we get into the pond section as well. And recently, if you guys don't know, Mark Zuckerberg predicted that billions of people will have a personal AI agent. This falls in line with everything I've been saying. I do believe that everyone is going to have an AI agent. It's going to get very easy to have one. It's even easy right now, honestly. You guys can go on to Hermes and drop create your own agent there. You guys can do OpenClaw. Even Buzz is out there. That's a different take on agents. So this whole agent space is just going to continue to grow, and I believe everyone is going to have an AI agent accessible to them. Let me check out some more of the comments here. Hey, I thought I would check out your live show. Welcome in, Steve. I seen you've been a commenter on YouTube a lot, so I love the fact that you tuned into the live show. This is where we're going to talk about anything and everything. You just let me know. User perfect, welcome, perfect. Crypto G, it's been a while since you tuned into the live stream. Welcome into the live stream, guys. Welcome in. Don't forget to like the stream. Now let's continue on here. Now, we did cover the hack here. We did cover that. Apparently, Zach XBT was right all along. He has pointed out some of these inefficiencies that these wallets do have, from January talking about Ledger, and then February talking about Ledger and Treasure. There's just a lot that's going on in this space here, and this is just a lot of bear market stuff. But we'll see how this is going to play out, because AI and, let's say, quantum computing happens to get even bigger in the next few years. Yeah, these seed phrases about to be cooked, man. Michael Saylor's strategy authorizes the plan to sell another $5 billion in Bitcoin. I feel like people are just getting tired of Michael Saylor at this point in time. Another $5 billion is going to be sold at some point in time, and the GOAT himself finally said we're in a bear market, but I feel like he didn't need to really even say that. Everyone knows we're in a bear market. We can't go from 120K to 60K, below 60K, and not be in a bear market. So I guess he's just stating the obvious here. So who knows? But you see it here. Main Street Trader also put out, like, this is the more real tweet. We might be in a bear market, but there's a lot of money looking for things to invest into. So that is the true tweet on what happened, what he pretty much really said, right? Now, this also goes along with chill here. Although we are still in a bear market, on-chain has provided more opportunities in the last months than the last year. It gets me excited to think about where we're headed in the next 12 to 24 months pre-rich, right? This is how all you guys should be feeling. Apparently, some of you guys, I don't know, you guys should be answering that poll below, because I want to know how you guys have been doing in this bear market here. Honestly, this has been, all my time in crypto so far, this has been my favorite bear market, most exciting bear market. People were making money left and right in this bear market here. The opportunity, Robinhood's launch, new innovation on chain. If you're able to do your DD, you got an AI agent, whatever, however you going about doing your DD on chain, you could have been finding plays left and right to actually make some money in this bear market going to the bull market. So I feel like everyone should be feeling like this as of right now. But let me check out the poll before we continue. I just want just quick little sentiment here. This poll is going to be on YouTube pretty much. Just want to get a quick sentiment. For one of them, okay, I see a little bit. Some of you guys have been making some money on the full side. Let me see. Okay, we got 11 votes, and it seems like we're maybe around 70% of people making money in this bear market. So that is good to see. And a lot of you guys have stayed around, so this is even better. Most bear markets, it's never this lively. YouTube is dead, X is dead, everything around crypto is dead. But I feel like those that are around right now really believe in crypto, and not only that, they're just tuned in. And I think you guys are going to be the ones that's going to spot the next plays going into the bull. Crypto G, it's all leading to digital IDs. Yeah, that's possible. A lot of talks. Honestly, DIDs have been a talk for a little bit. Even agents are having digital IDs, you know, KYA and things like that. Now, back to here. Let's look at let's look at Bitcoin here. 62K, 62 and a half. About 62 and a half. Let me see what the prediction markets are saying on the HQ here. I did check this out earlier. Will Bitcoin reach about 65,000 in August? This is like the entire month here. So 64% thinks yes. And then will it dip to 62? We're already around 62 and a half. So that's 100% there. Will it dip to 60 though? That's 67%. And then will we dip to like 57.5? That's about 60% no. So I feel like we're going to range around this time here. Now, if you guys don't know, I did think that the bottom was in. We hit 60. That was my bottom call. Obviously, it went down a little bit below 60. I think it was like 58, if I'm not mistaken. I obviously give it a few thousand, give it take a few thousand on the bottom call. But I'm still strongly, I'm still in a strong belief that Bitcoin has bottomed at 60K. And we're going to continuously range from here. Obviously, we can go back down to like 58, 59. and we'll see how it's going to play out then. But till then, I really do believe we have already hit the bottom of Bitcoin. You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Now, Richard Tang, who is the co-CEO of Binance, put out this tweet. Every year, crypto has a big theme. This year, it's the emerging of crypto and TradFi, right? Traditional finance, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Obviously, he's giving you guys the reasons on why crypto platforms are now offering TradFi products like stocks. Traditional finance is embracing crypto like ETFs. The two worlds are meeting in the middle, right? Especially now with Robinhood out here, this is now becoming a big topic, something that people are really going to be talking about a little bit more here, right? I think this is where some of the innovative things is happening on chain. It's the emergence of TradFi merging with crypto. So what you guys think about that? Because we'll see how this is going to play out going into the next bull as well, if this trend is going to continue on here and how things stay hot. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Jay's not on today. I think he was busy, so we will be live again next week too, to really get more in depth, because I did want his opinion on some of these things here. And also, Ghost put out this tweet here. Guys, I want you to know that it's all right to hold more than one coin. I think that a lot of you guys do go down that line of just being so tribal, right? Just being one directional, being tribalistic, I should say. Continue on, right? Everyone just believes that their one altcoin is the best altcoin, but there's going to be a bunch of winners going into the next cycle here. Actually, not a bunch of winners. There's going to be I feel like there's going to be a handful of winners because of something that we're going to get into, but it's not always just going to be one. We may see 1 or 2, 3, 4 that actually win throughout the cycle. Even in this bear market, you're seeing pawns, you're seeing index, meme side, you're seeing cash cat, what if, what else? You're just seeing a lot of plays that are actually winning. So don't think that the one altcoin that you're in, that community that you're in, is going to be the only one that is going to probably bring you to the promised land here. Now top gainers and top losers. This is where things get pretty interesting for crypto. Let me just refresh this because I want to see updated here. Meet 48. I don't even know what this is here, but it got about $60 million in value. Maybe we should look into what Meet 48 is. Is it on Robin? It's on BNB. I don't know. Might be some crime here. This is a decentralized entertainment ecosystem that integrates artificial intelligence. Okay. Also sounds like a dating website. What is this? The democratization of entertainment and mass adoption. I don't even like this website here. I'm gonna let this. I think that's just some crime going on here. And how long has this been around here? His bottom was a year ago. Max, okay, it came out like last year in June. Nothing too special there. Stockbrokers is up. You guys should have seen my video on stockbrokers. This thing has gone 40% in the last 24 hours. It's honestly, I believe this is one of the most interesting altcoins on Robinhood as of right now, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. MetaDAO is making a resurgence here. Asai is going to be dropping his thesis here on MetaDAO, which is a launchpad on Solana. This actually has been doing well. I haven't played any plays on MetaDAO. Unify here. What else you got? What if? A lot of shout out to the what if people. Crypto Millie and them, they have hit pretty nicely on this. I have some people in the community that has been talking about this as well. We haven't seen Home in a long time. GeoNet is up here. Akash. The top losers, nothing too crazy in terms of the top losers here. Now I do want to go into the HQ and look at the Asai Alpha here. What is trending over here? We got Frong. This has been like one of those memes that has been talked about a little bit here. Jimothy, what if popped up over here a few times. Let me see what else. Nothing on the Alpha Surge. Alpha launches, these are the newer launches. Let's see. You got 9hood up here. These are mostly memes that people do like. That seems to, Asai seems to just be picking out on stockbroker strategy. Okay. Maybe we made last stream, if you guys wasn't here, we did pick out one altcoin and we tracked it the whole stream. It was TA. So let's see. Let's go on Deck Screener real quick. And we're going to track this little stockbroker strategy here for this stream and just see. We might pick another one just to get an idea from like the coal side of things. Let's see. What was it? The ticker is Stockbroker Strategy, SBS. SBS, come on. SBS, there we go. So right now it is up about 30% here. It is up about 30%. Let's see, how long has this been out? It's been out, okay, for like, let's give it a good 7 days, about a week. So right now, this is the stockbroker strategy. I don't know nothing about this one. Obviously, with the name strategy, it obviously falls in line with the other strategy tokens that we've seen before. If you guys don't know, these strategy tokens are like DATs. They pretty much buy the tokens off the exchange, off the dexes. Sometimes they use it as a buyback and burn mechanism. And this is exactly what Stockbroker is doing here. We've seen it with Aerodrome, with Aero strategy. We've seen it with the NFTs, with Punk strategy. What else have we seen it with? There's just a bunch. So right now is going to be, it might get a little interesting. I'm surprised people haven't pumped this one, just because how popular Stockbroker is getting right now, and it's using Punk strategy acquisition model. This is another one that we talked about for NFTs. Okay, we're gonna keep an eye on this one. Let's see, let's look at it for the past 15 minutes here. Let's see if anything pops off on it, and then let's go look into what Coles are buying today. Hood Rat Rug today, but I see some people are buying it. $3,000 from this casino guy. He's a Cole on X, I believe. Well, his wallet at least. He bought $6,000, $3,600 of that. Kate is, oh, just a quick refresh. Stonkers on Robinhood. This is something else here. What else? What else we got? Imagine. Okay, nothing too crazy so far. Nothing too crazy. Let me see the comments before I continue on here. Tribalism in crypto is super left curve. I agree. I 110% agree. TA, good memories. Honestly, TA honestly has still been talked about. I guess there's been a CTO on TA. And the funny thing is, people started pumping TA in the Hood's earning call, right? It got up to about 1 million, 2 million, I should say. Yeah, right here. Not 2 mil, but 1.5, 1.8 right there. This was like during the earnings call. Was that how far was the earning call ago? I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember. But this, since Vlad talked about TA on, he didn't talk about the token, he talked about Trump accounts on the earning call, and that people started to pump this, and they had a little CTO going on as well. So, and this was the play that we picked right on stream too. Like, we saw a few Coles buying into this, and it was like, okay, what is this? And it started to pump. Let's see. Yeah, obviously we don't got the line on here anymore, but you guys get the idea here. You guys get the idea. Now, there's been a little conversation on X that I've been paying attention to. Is like, really, has crypto always been a casino here? Star Platinum put out this tweet. Crypto has always been a casino from the first days. Bitcoin had Satoshi Dice. Ethereum had early contracts that were basically Ponzi's with better interface. Every cycle just changes the narrative. ICO, DeFi, food coins, NFTs, meme coins. The mistake is thinking the casino is the whole concept. Bitcoin is now taken seriously by governments. Stable coins are changing how money moves. Permissionless protocol like Uniswap, Aave are bigger than just than many traditional fintech companies. This is not happening overnight. So what do you guys think about this? I feel like crypto has had its moment as a casino. Obviously, you guys got ICOs, people gamble on new launches, obviously DeFi, NFTs, meme coins. So there is a discussion to be had of crypto being a casino. I think it just depends on how you move within this whole space. If you're all in the meme coins, then you're probably more in the casino side of things. If you're trying to gamble on new launches from IDOs, ICOs, DeFi, whatever it may be, it can be seen as a casino, but you can kind of like put more of a thought into those altcoins that you're investing into and build out a thesis. Like, let's say you're investing into something in robotics, you can build out a thesis around that and make it feel less than a casino, more like a thought like you're putting more thought into investing into this. While in meme coins, you could just be like, the image looked nice, I'm gonna see where it goes. The Coles bought into it. I'm gonna see where it goes. That's the kind of idea I have here. But you guys let me know about that one, how you guys are feeling about crypto being a casino here. Now, Lorenzo also put out this tweet here. I believe that crypto is going through the biggest consolidation phase in history, far more profound than the previous bear market, right? This is more so talking about what is going to be winning in the next cycle here, right? The market structure has changed. Capital is much more selective, and teams and exchanges without real PMF are shutting down. This is basically off of BitMEX and Bitstamp, like shutting down. Revenue concentration is now at an all-time high across almost every layer app, middleware, L1, etc. Right? You got Hyperliquid, Pump Fund account for about 67 of the total app revenue, and then you can also add Athena up there as a top 3, generated almost 80. This is why I started to say I believe that what altcoins is going to win next cycle is going to be those with more, like, they can show that they got a lot of users, right? And how they're pretty much predicting on how to get more users. And then the revenue aspect, how are they going to continue to keep their platform, afloat, sustainable throughout the bear, bull, whatever it may be. And that, I think those are going to be the key factors on these platforms going into the bull market here. So some of these could be something that you look into. Hyperliquid, Pump Fund, GMGN does not have a token. Athena, Aave, Lido, Jupiter, or Pancake Swap, Trojan, Soso Value. I don't even know what that is. And then you can also throw up something like Venice, Banker, Virtuals. There's a few that has some decent revenue and decent user base up there. All right. And then Hasib also put out this tweet, weird but true. Without crypto, the current AI boom would not have been possible. Today's data center build out would have been impossible without Bitcoin miners spending a decade building the know-how around power, sites, and scale in remote locations. NVIDIA could not move beyond gaming to specialized compute without crypto mining as the bridge. And the biggest neoclouds are all ex-crypto talent. So this whole AI thing, right? If you guys been around, I don't know if you guys been around last bull. When ChatGPT came out, the AI craze went bonkers, honestly, right? And now he's putting it in a different aspect on how we're looking at crypto is honestly affecting society in a bigger way than we even expected, right? So if this AI boom continues, I feel like the convergence of AI and crypto is going to be even bigger, right? This could lead into robotics, AI agents, data centers, compute, all of that, inference. This is all going to be tied into crypto in one way or another. That is going to be like my thought on what is going to happen here going forward. This is why I'm also very bullish on AI as a narrative for crypto. RWAs is up there. We're going to be talking about some RWAs as well. And those two, RWAs and AI, once they combine fully, I believe that is going to be crazy. All right. Now, I do want to get into some altcoin talk here where we're going to be talking about Peak. Let me see if there's any comments here. No true comments. I'm just going to look through Rumble, make sure we're live there. Are we not live? Okay, we're not live there. Oh, that sucks. We're gonna have to check that out. Kick, we should be live on Kick. Yeah, everywhere else we're live. You guys are all tuned in right now. How many people we got in here? We got about 39 people in here. You guys like the stream from Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching. Like the stream, retweet the stream on Twitter too. We're gonna be live on TikTok I think maybe next week. I'm finding a way to get live on TikTok. I got my old account banned. I don't know. I stopped posting crypto content on TikTok after a while. But anyways, getting into some Peak talk here. Now, if you guys didn't see the recent news from Peak, I believe this is what's going to make Peak a juggernaut within the robotic space. And I think it's far too cheap as of right now. Looking at the price here, 41 million market cap here. FDV is about 76 here. Of course, all-time high was 75 cents. We're down 97% from the all-time highs. Killer, right? Killer. But what did they announce pretty much here, right? This is the thing, they're Peak OS monetized. Now, if you guys are in my Discord and the Patreon, we talked about this before they even announced it, because I was in one of their live streams. This was like a Korean live stream. Not a live stream, Twitter space or whatever, that they had. And I'm listening, I'm like, okay, it's Korean, but they got their English part. So let me make sure I listen in just to see if I get some good alpha from what peak is going on. So the person, I forgot what peak member this team member this is, but he pretty much talked about what is to come, the announcement that they have. He talked about the monetization of robots on peak. He talked about a little bit of the supply of what they're going to be doing for the peak supply. And this has been introduced here, basically with turning your idle machines into money makers here, right? A machine registers its idle resource, compute, storage, data, etc. The network that buys the resource discovers it and connects. The payment is settled on chain, right? But this, I want to go down to where, let me see, did they have it on here? Did they post it here? Did they post it? Okay, I don't think they posted it here. No. Okay. But what they basically announced was how deflationary is going to work on peak, right? As the machines get on chain, right? As they start to, you know, register their resources from idle compute, storage, data, etc., they have to register on the peak network for the peak OS, right? And doing that, they have to bond peak tokens, right? So once they get on chain, they bond the peak tokens. That takes the peak tokens off the circulating supply. And if they leave the peak ecosystem, right, half of that token, half of the supply that they took is going to be burned permanently, right? So this is going to be somewhat of a deflationary thing that's going to be going on for peak. It's not going to go crazy in the first early days, but I believe as like maybe 2 years from now, let's say 2, 3, over time, this becomes a little bit more deflationary as they actually, I think they have like 3.3 million machines. Yeah, this is from Asai here, because Asai put out the thesis on it as of right now. Each machine bonds peak for life, 50% on deactivation. Bond demand rises as the price falls, right? So this part here for me makes me very bullish on the peak token. And they have about 3.3 million machine IDs that migrated, right? So they're going to have a lot already once this go live. And I believe as more of the machine economy comes on chain, and probably if peak is able to like corner that market, they can get a lot more of these machines. Now the machines don't have to be humanoids, they can be physical AI. That's your, you know, the claw machines that they got out, the robo farms that they got out, robo taxis once that go live. So there's gonna be multiple ways of them to get a lot of these machines on chain. So I'm pretty bullish on this one. As you guys already know, you probably already tired of me talking about peak, but honestly, the next bull run is going to be very interesting for robotics as a whole. Now, Roy put out this tweet as well, talking about agentic finance or agentic DeFi is how I perceive the next iteration of DeFi to be like, right? So this is basically a reply to Brian Armstrong talking about if you're in crypto, pivot to AI. And he has talked a little bit more of what Base and Coinbase is doing for AI. But DeFi is one of the ways I believe AI is going to take over for crypto. And you guys already seen my video on this. I talked about DeFi AI here. The biggest crypto trend no one's talking about. Now, one of the altcoins on here actually has died. It pretty much died off. But this narrative here itself is going to get a little bit bigger as the bull market continues on. And I think it's going to get even bigger with Robinhood chain now, because Robinhood is going to be bringing on tokenized stocks, right? So the yield strategies there, the crypto, not the crypto app, sorry. What is it called again? The robo apps, the robo investing apps like Acorn and things like that, right? You guys know Acorn, right? Essentially those are like something where you deposit money onto, and they kind of have like an AI that does its strategy. So you deposit your money into like the platform. You choose what ETFs you kind of want into it, and then they kind of have like an AI that rebalances the portfolio over time. Make sure you're getting the proper, the proper dividends or the proper exposure to a certain sector and things like that. I believe this is going to even happen in crypto here, where you're going to have crypto robo apps, right? I think this is going to even get bigger as time goes on, where you're probably going to deposit your funds onto this platform. They have to be secure, of course, right? This takes time, of course. But you're going to deposit your funds into this platform here. You're going to have an AI agent that's probably trained in quant strategies, trained in, you know, TA, all of this, and that AI is going to specifically manage the portfolio for you over time. I feel like this is going to be a thing here. Even with my HQ, I have like implemented a certain way of doing that in the HQ. So if you like, you know, if you have the AI read your portfolio, read your wallet, because we don't have access to the wallet, but you know, you drop your wallet address in there, it's going to read your wallet, right? And it's going to give you thoughts on what's happening within your portfolio over time, rebalancing strategies, ideas of what you can do to implement into your wallet and, you know, help you achieve your goals. So I see this already happening here. I see this already happening, right? This leads to ZFi here. Now ZFi is one that's on base, where they actually have like a crypto, it's like a, you know, a crypto robo strategy, robo investment app, right? Not Giza, right here, ZFi here. This is one that's on base. It started off on zk sync. Now it's on base. I think this is interesting. It is a micro cap, of course, as you guys can see. It is a micro cap, so we're not going to endorse it. I don't own any. I just want to put that out there, but I do find it interesting on how this could potentially go forward here. And the one that I showed before was the one that I was extremely bullish on. You guys already know. I was very bullish on Giza. I got burned. I got burned, man. This thing, how has this thing fallen from about 20, what is it? No, actually I lied. 50 million market cap to below 300, below 400k market cap. That's total disaster here, right? So these guys, I don't follow them and everything. I hate these guys. Fuck Giza. I was very bullish on these guys, man. But this was one that I was looking at. And now the one that on Robinhood that is actually looking decent, they also had some FUD too, right? We're going to cover the FUD. As of right now, I still don't own any, but I already put it in the Discord that I will be buying some Sherwood, right? After listening to their Twitter spaces and things like that, I believe there was a comment here. Let me see. Let me go highlight the comment again. Rune, do you have an update on Wood? This is going to be the update now, right? I actually made a video. I think even user, is it? Where are you? If I'm not mistaken, user also asked if, yeah, I'm pretty sure you also asked for like an update on Wood, if I'm not mistaken. Ledger Bull, I love Peak. Honestly, I'm very bullish on Peak. I'm very bullish on Peak. I do believe the potential for Peak is going to be tremendous once we start to get that, you know, the catalyst for robotics, because we haven't had a catalyst for robotics yet. Like, you know, like I mentioned when we talked about AI, when ChatGPT came out, that was the catalyst for AI on chain. If you was there, you had Viot, you had Chain GPT go crazy. Some other AI altcoins just went nuts. People was making money in that bear. That was the tail end of the bear market too. So that's when AI really took off here. And I believe we're still waiting for that Chat GPT moment for robotics, whether that's we actually interacting with the physical AI in the space. It's in certain places. It's not in every neighborhood and things like that. So some people still can't really see it just yet. But user says yes. So Wood here, getting back into Wood. Wood right now is up. What is up? 11% on the day here at a market cap of $4.4 million. All-time high was 11 days ago, and they are down 85% from its all-time highs. Now this goes with the essentially a little bit of the FUD that I seen. This is also from Roy. I follow Roy. He has his own like analytic tool for, like, you know, for crypto on-chain things called Blocktronics, and it had pretty much, you can see it here. Let me just go to it. It flagged it as there was some bundle some time ago, and it yet was still being shilled, right? So there was a bundle in Wood early, and I'm gonna see if I even see it from my platform too, right? But going back here, this was like the FUD here, and it went down a little bit. It obviously went down a little bit before that, but maybe that bundle was selling here, right? And then you can see this is one of the co-founders of Sherwood here This is pure FUD, but good for getting engagement. Essentially, he kind of gets on, like he basically turns the FUD into like engagement, but also shows that the FUD was just fake, pretty much, right? But right now, after their live stream, and he's been on a bunch of podcasts. This is why I'm pretty bullish on these guys. He's out there talking. It's him and a few other people that's a part of this team. One that actually was a part of, I think her name is Anna. I don't know, right? She was a part of Mamo, I believe. So she has experience in doing strategies like this, like altcoins that are, you know, just like we were talking about, the whole crypto robo strategy for, you know, finance and things like that. But they gave a whole walkthrough here on this live stream here. This is the MCG live stream on Twitter. They usually always go live and bring on guests, like devs around the space, what they're building. And this is pretty good if you guys want to tune into some of your some of your favorite altcoins. If they're on this space, if they're on this X, go tune in, see what they're talking about, right? So essentially, he shows how the platform is going to be working, but they also had their own live stream as well, where he also mentioned that they're not even in mainnet yet, right? But they got a bunch of people that have already been testing the platform out. So they're not in mainnet yet. And also another thing that I find pretty interesting was they was going to launch on Base. And they said there was some issues, real world issues, like I think the war was happening. They didn't think that it was a good time to launch on Base. So they deaded Base, right? Now, could that have been a good move? Maybe. Right now it's looking pretty good because it's hot on Robinhood, right? And they decided to launch on Robinhood as of right now. So this right here is pretty interesting. You guys could go ahead and go look into their platform, their X account, and go watch the video there. And they also have a partnership with Repo. Now, Repo helps them collect data and things like that. If you guys don't know, Repo has been one of these virtual altcoins that is looking very good. We played Repo very early. The day it actually dropped, we played Repo and we made money off of Repo. And then there was a little time being where any little microcap was partnered with Repo, they started to pump as well. But Repo has been in this space. I think they're partnered with a lot of the virtual altcoins. I'm not going to be able to name them because I don't remember them all. But right now, you guys can see Sherwood and Repo has partnered. This is another reason I'm pretty bullish on Sherwood. So let's go look. Let's go copy this, right? Go copy this. While we're here, let's go check out the play that we just spotted. It's not doing nothing. Maybe we'll spot another play here. Maybe we'll spot another play. Let's go into forensics here. We're gonna put Sherwood into the forensics. We got to see what's going on chain. While that loads up here, they were done all lot, but recovered nicely. Yeah. Well, would be a banger like stockbroker. Ooh. That's tough. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I don't think so. Stockbroker has too much going for them, right? They have a lot. They have a cult-like community because of the meme, because it kind of was like a meme, right? But not just that, because of the NFTs. If you've been around a community built around NFTs, it was crazy at one point in time, and they seem like they have sparked that same kind of interest with their NFTs. And the floor for the NFTs have been rising. We're going to show that. So that means they're holding strong because these NFTs also have their own wallets where they're accruing stocks, right? They're getting fees on chain. This is crazy. No. Stockbroker is honestly crazy, man. But Wood is going to be a little bit more niche down. I think they're going to have potential, but we're going to need a crazy bull market for them, right? That bull market is going to come around, but that also gives us enough time to, you know, accumulate a little bit more on Wood if we needed to. As of right now, I wanted to go into realized profits and losses. Let's see what's going on here with them. Is there any other comments here while this is loading? I'm checking Rumble again. If it's still not live on Rumble, yeah, we're not live there. We're not live. That's crazy. I actually thought we was gonna be live on Rumble. Okay, has this loaded yet? Oh, there we go. So So right now, you guys can see about $81,000 are in profit, unrealized profits right now. About damn near 2,000. This is like damn near 2,000 wallets here. Unrealized losses, it's pretty low, but I guess it depends on where and how much they've been buying, how much have been realized so far. This is off the past day, by the way, right? This is off the past day as of right now. So it's nothing too crazy here. Who is the biggest? Let me see. Someone took about $3,000. Let's go look at holders too. Holders, about 5 whales have bought in recently, totaling about 1 million. Mid has been 95. I want to see the bundle. There we go. No launch bundles though. See, so I'm getting a different story than what Roy got, because he did show that there was some bundle action going on in the early launch, while for me it doesn't show that there was a bundle, but 3 early buyers in the first 120-second window. So that is going to be a little interesting here. So that's a little bit of the numbers on Sherwood here. The numbers, buy and sells, are damn near even. Nothing too crazy there as well. So let's continue on here. Where are we? We was just talking about, we was just there. Now, another thing, if you guys haven't seen, was a little on-chain narrative that was just going on with a Uniswap V4. Uniswap V4 had created a little narrative going on. Some altcoins were pumping off of it. Peak all day, absolutely. Birdo, what's good, man? What's good? But some of the things that's happening on chain is getting very interesting. This is why actually this is my favorite bear market, because a lot of the devs are honestly building out on chain as of right now. They're just continuously doing things. Uniswap here, and I see there's a little, the beef for Uniswap and Aerodrome is continuing on here. Uniswap is now, I don't know if they're going to dominate the DEX, all the DEX value on Robinhood, as we do know that the up DEX is there, and that was supposed to be like the whole Aerodrome of Robinhood, but apparently not. We don't know. Right now, Uniswap, oh, I didn't even bring up Uniswap. I was supposed to bring up Uniswap here. You guys know I'm more organized with the tabs on what we're going to be talking about here. So Uniswap was pumping for a little bit. Why did it just do this to me, man? I don't know if I just blinded you guys. Hopefully I didn't just blind you guys. Maybe I got too many tabs open. Let's see. Okay, that is just annoying. Okay, but it was pumping. It did pump to about 432. You can see about the past 24 hours here, and now it has dumped back down to about $4 here, about 2.5 billion market cap here. They got the Uniswap fee switch that they activated. They got a Launchpad thing going on that we're going to talk about in the Launchpad section. So things is getting crazy, man. But with that, you guys can see the thesis from Asai here is essentially the dual flywheel is live via the launch aggregator, institutional RWA versus via permission pool. Smart money holds about $181 million of Uniswap as of right now. So it's neutral to bullish on Uniswap, highest quality hold and watch in DeFi. The fee switch is the unlock here. So this is, if you guys want the more in-depth thesis on Uniswap here, you guys can also go onto the page and go read right into everything that is pretty much saying in this whole, like, this is the in-depth take on the whole thesis right now. It gives you the bear take and the bull take, and you guys can also go reply to Asai and get a better understanding of it there. Now, getting into a little bit more of the things here, right? We get into the Robinhood side of things here. What am I buying on Robin? We're going to talk about everything. Now, I have been trading in and out of a lot of altcoins on Robinhood, man. Like I said, I just went through a little down period on Robinhood where I wasn't really hitting on much. I actually was kind of getting annoyed. I got rugged by a coin like yesterday, and I was upset about that. What else? There wasn't too much going crazy. I feel like I'm about to get into the position where I have to start positioning into some of these altcoins. I've been waiting for them to come down and they have not been coming down, and that has been honestly very annoying to me. The one that I wanted, like, you know, stockbrokers, wood is going to be one I'm gonna get into. I recently traded back into index. We're going to talk about index again, right? Pawns, I don't know if I'm going to get into pawns. The whole launchpad thing is just getting crazy over there. We're going to talk about that in that section here. I'm just back onto here just to see if there's anything I want to look at. NILF, a user, a private member in the Discord has honestly been shilling NILF a lot. With Pawns V2 coming out, he has been shilling NILF to us. Because of him, I did get a little bag just to trade. Mars coin has been something that people have been talking about. GameStop here. This is another GameStop, unless that's the same GameStop. Let's see what the Coles are buying while we are on stream. Tits, of course. Number 10, Pod. I see a lot more people are getting bullish on Pod on base. You guys already know. From my main like portfolio, Pod is one of the altcoins I do have in my main portfolio. My main portfolio has been all about AI, if you guys don't know. What's in my main portfolio? It's gonna be Pod, it's Peak, Banker. Let me pull it up on Discord real quick before I don't forget everything. So I don't forget everything. The main portfolio holds Pod, Venice, not Venice, sorry, Diem, Keld, Peak, Banker, and TIG. That's the main portfolio right now. I plan on DCAing into that a little bit later as well. We're going to see how that works. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. Prism here. Prism is a part of that Uniswap V4 that was going crazy. You can see Stone Tooth here bought about 1.8K. We see a nice little big buy in Tibber. Shout out to the Tibber guys out there. I did want to bring up Prism because Prism actually has been looking interesting. I wanted to drop a little index on that as well. I hate this freaking keyboard. The R button always gets stuck. So this is Prism here. Hasn't gone too crazy here. Let's look at the day. You can see hasn't gone too crazy. So this is something that you can keep your eye out on if you're bullish on the whole Uniswap V4. But they actually got a lot going on here, from the indexes across different chains. Oh, they got suspended. Okay, I had favorited something I wanted to show. Okay, their account got suspended, but there's some buys coming in here for Prism. So I would tell you guys to keep an eye on that. Pod is down a lot. Pod down a lot. Where did you get Pod at? Please. Where was your entry on Pod? This thing really hasn't really been down a lot. I guess you can kind of say. For me, it's not really down a lot because of where I got in, but I guess I guess you're right. It is down. I guess recently, yes, you're right. You're right about that. I don't know. Again, it's on base right now. A lot of people aren't really focused on what base got going on because everyone is meme hungry on Robinhood. Robinhood is honestly taking up a lot of liquidity from everything. Solana is still around, so it's going to be interesting how I think the next, like, these dominant chains being BNB, Robinhood, Base, Solana, in the bull market, how everything is going to like work for those chains, like how people are going to be trading within those chains. I don't really personally trade too much on BNB. I'm probably just going to be focused on Robinhood and Base. You guys know I don't really go on Solana that much, and if you heard my portfolio just now, I only have one Solana altcoin in there. One Solana altcoin, and that's Keld, and that's because it goes with my thesis of like revenue and user too, right? I don't even talk about this, and I haven't even made a video on it. I'm probably gonna make a video when it pumps crazy as like marketing or whatever, but I'm holding on to this. I'm not even gonna mention it too many times. I just believe this one is gonna be a good play. Any Aki, you guys know I'm very bullish on Aki. I don't own any Aki right now. I just decided my first DCA was not that big, right? So I'm not adding too many altcoins to the portfolio just yet. I'm trying to keep the portfolio at about 8 to 10 altcoins for the next bull market, right? Will Aki make it? we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, we'll see. I am very bullish on Aki though. That's the thing. I can't own everything, right? Especially if I want to maximize my returns. That's like I kind of even want to go all in on peak, right? If I want to maximize my returns, I kind of even want to go all in on peak, like have a tremendous bag of peak, be like the anthem of this cycle, for peak, like how he was for Solana, man, right? But again, I'm bullish on Aki, and I believe what they're doing is very, it's so important for robotics. Spatial intelligence, spatial computing is crazy, and no one's talking about it too. And the one thing about it is 24-hour volume for it as of right now is low. Like no one's really trading Aki, so even that plays into my aspect of like maybe I got time. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to race to decide to add Aki. I see you asked about Deus. That's how they pronounce it too, Deus. All right, because I was saying Deuce. But Deus, I do like Deus. Again, this is all for this. These plays have to take off for robotics, right? So for all of that, I'm more comfortable holding Peak as the bigger infrastructure in robotics, than buying these lower ones like Ex Machina being the robot capital markets for robotics. I do think that these guys are going to continue to do well, but as of right now, you still got time on them. And it's at 19 million. I want this to come down a little bit. I don't know if they burnt the supply or something, because now I've seen that, I don't know. Recently, I've seen this with a lot of altcoins that had some supply that was supposed to come out. I didn't keep up with it. But you can see here, it seems like the entire circulating supply is out, but I haven't seen them mention anything about them burning the remaining supply. So I don't know. But the physical world is the next frontier of AI. I agree. More talks. I was in a robotic space yesterday too. I went in the robotic space thinking I was going to get some alpha. They didn't give me no alpha, man. Not a single piece of alpha. Oh yeah, but yeah. Where are we before I continue on? Wire. We talked about Wire before, right? Oh yeah, you're new to the stream. We talked about Wire. We said Wire. I've told you guys the rundown on Wire a while ago. I told you guys, I believe since Banker started doing the same thing Wire was doing, that was going to stifle Wire's like potential upside, right? And it has played out. I did think they was going to recover, but again, everyone is doing the same. Like Wire is doing what Banker is doing, and Banker already has the community, the investors. They can't really fuck with Banker. I keep it a buck, right? And this is getting back to the entry I got. I think I got in like 177. Let me see. I got 117 here. All right, so it's close to his entry. But again, I kind of already said this. I thought they wasn't gonna, unless the dev does something even newer and innovative than anything on chain so far. I don't know. I do like the dev though. He is building. You see, I follow him. The V2. What is V2? Nobody wants to trade on Twitter. Everybody wants an audience. I built a trading terminal that lives in your timeline. Oh, it works. It's just the uncomfortable part. Most people mostly didn't want it. Oh yeah, okay. Targeted airdrops, random drops, packs. Okay, so they got the gotcha thing going on. That's also another narrative that's been going crazy on chain. Gotcha. You got NFW, that's on Solana. You got rips on Robinhood. I was gonna rip a pack on stream, but I forgot to load the wallet I have on this browser with some some ETH. So I won't be opening a pack. Maybe next stream I will be opening a pack. Bounty program, vaults. Yeah, it seems like he's building, but we'll see. It launched on V1, and then they got Pawns V2 gonna be coming out very soon. And he's a builder, man. He's a dev, but we'll see if he's able to push this price back up, bring something innovative on chain. But right now, I don't hold in it. I made my gains. If you guys don't know, my whole thought of this whole bear market was just flipping. Get into the altcoin as early as possible, get some gains, and get out. That's it. I've been trying to build dry powder because I know what my goal is to DCA into the main portfolio going into the bull market. because we already know the bull market is going to come. It's just this the boring part. This the part where you got to find ways to make money, whether working extra hours at your job, doing side hustles, trading better on chain. If you want that financial freedom, you just got to do anything and everything to freaking make more money to, you know, get ready for this next bull market. Pretty much that's pretty much how I've been playing it. Short SpaceX, guys. Yeah, honestly, everyone has been shorting SpaceX for like, I feel like everyone knew when SpaceX come out. Honestly, in my Discord, I said the first day I was going to short SpaceX, right? But I didn't because it started to pump, so I got scared. I'm like, maybe this Elon effect is getting a little too crazy this cycle here. So I got scared. You know, scared money don't make no money, but I didn't make no money. It pumped. Oh, Jake.
Yo,
you loud right now. Turn. Welcome in. Damn, you. Nah, I just hear the fan in the background. I just hear the fan in the background.
Hold on, let me adjust that.
Yeah, welcome in, man. I'm living life right now, man. How you doing?
Good. Chilling.
You just get into the crux of the whole conversation.
Yeah. I was listening for a little bit. Had to see where we was at.
Yeah. Right now we just getting into it. We about to start talking about the Launchpad. We talking about the Robinhood. We talking about memes. Talking about the Launchpad fatigue on Robinhood because everybody chasing these new Launchpads and things like that. Yo, now that Jay's in, y'all should like the stream again. Jay's now here. I thought he wasn't going to be here, so I was just going to run through this whole thing by myself. But what you been looking at this market so far?
Yeah, man. I feel you on the Launchpad fatigue thing. I was trading a bunch of Launchpads this week, and then I literally just stopped on Wednesday. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into that. It's so much.
These swap platforms popping up on Robinhood. I'm looking for something else. That's why I was glad you was talking about Sherwood. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Sherwood. I think is gonna have a good potential. I don't know if it's gonna pump right now.
Yeah.
And if it does pump, I don't hold any right now. I was planning for it to go down a little bit more before I get into it. So, but yeah, now that you're here, we can continue on now. Where was I? All right, here we go. This where we back at right now. Alex, the dev of Sushi Swap, put out this tweet: memes on Robinhood chain will bring attention and users. We already knew that. Me and Jay discussed this last week. RWAs and RWA pairs will bring institutions. That's the key thing I want to dive into a little bit more here, because with Robinhood chain, we only got this type of innovation because of Robinhood chain, where we're getting stock paired to these new altcoins. So far, it's been mainly memes, and I have gave my thought on something innovative that could be built through virtuals. If virtuals have their own AI agents that are paired with these new, these stocks, the AI agent essentially could get the dividends of that stock. So if it's paired to Apple or something like that, right? It could run the Anthem playbook. And send out, some Apple stock over time and things like that as it accrues. It can even create its own portfolio with Apple, some other ones that it believes in. So I feel like this is something innovative that no one has done so far in that virtual ecosystem. I'm not gonna do it because I'm not a dev. What you think about that, Jay?
I think that's pretty dope. I might mess around with that for sure, because I've been waiting for this on-chain yield. I think Robinhood is a perfect, the perfect platform to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy that you just got in here. That's why I was talking about Sherwood too, or the Acorn app, the whole investing, robo investing.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be big on chain. But he continues on to say, not since 2020 have we had such an obvious on-chain idea, right? Thesis, pretty much. That's bringing the trenches and institutions into DeFi in an explosive way. Everyone is trading memes. Memes is hot right now. Right? Also, Yano says there's a sea of change happening with investor relation right now. Old school IR is stale. TradFi decks, conference calls, and no retail participation. The new IR is exciting. Podcasts, streams, investor days, and deep involvement for the poster class. This is happening because of crypto, I believe. In crypto, pretty much everyone had access to the devs. You can ask the devs any type of questions. Before then, you know, you had to wait for them to have their earnings calls, these type of things. You're starting to see more of the people start to like dive into these podcasts. Like someone from the Robinhood team was on an Ansem podcast talking about what Robinhood got planned. Base did the same with Brian, Jesse. So the way things is changing as of right now is getting a little bit more exciting, and to honestly hear what some of these people are really thinking about. What do you think about so far this whole like change in investing, Jay?
I like it. I think it's interesting. You know, we've been waiting for this, so it's like, and like you said, seeing everybody. Well, that's because of social media too, like people hopping on the podcast. But the most interesting thing that's happening is everybody tuning in for like the meme culture, and they're actually like, okay, there's enough liquidity here. People want this, so let's just like embrace it. That's like the most crazy thing that I'm seeing from like the podcast with Brian and the podcast with the Robinhood team members. Like they're excited about memes because they can't deny like they're making money. I'm like, I don't really like it that much, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, now we're gonna dive into the memes here. We're gonna dive into the memes. The memes is pretty much exciting, right? Because everyone after this earning call, Vlad pretty much I was watching the earning call. Someone asked Vlad, you can see the question, what could go right with Robinhood chain? Like this, I like the question though. I think a lot could go right. We built Robinhood chain for real world assets, right? We already knew Robinhood chain is going to be for real world assets. You guys should have watched my video on that. But I do like memes as well, right? Whatever you want to build, Robinhood is permissionless home for that. Our unique contribution is real world assets. We're doing the difficult work on liquidity and regulatory side to make sure we safely bring all of these assets on chain. We're hard at work thinking about RWAs to add besides stock tokens. So there's more RWAs that's going to come on chain through Robinhood. And I like, you guys probably should have watched my video. Robinhood is going to be the RWA chain, as I think Base is the AI chain. But now everyone highlights the I like memes thing. What do you think is going to come from this whole meme side of things on Robinhood, Jay?
It can only end bad, unfortunately. Like memes die out, people lose money. You know, I don't know how long it's going to be a thing, but I think we're even at the point where in the next bull market, once people start making gains with other stuff, then hopefully more people like get off of memes. But I don't think it's going to like die. But you know, I can see once we get more RWAs, more AI, more people looking at some of these investments, and then what we're going to have is what we're kind of seeing right now is like some of these real utility cryptos actually launching as like in a meme coin type of way, you know.
Expand on that. Hold on, like, expand on.
Like, you know, projects that are coming out now are like, hey, we have a good product, but we need to capture everybody's attention, so they'll do things like launch on Pump Fund or you know, on Ponds or something, just to get that liquidity and to get that, you know, those eyes. So I think we'll definitely see that. We'll see more of the crowd of people in meme coins being pissed off that they're getting rugged too much, and they'll start saying stuff like, we need meme coins with utility, which is just not a meme coin anymore, you know. But that's what we're going to see kind of a change to. I think we're already seeing it right now.
Yeah, that whole meme coin with utility, if you didn't know, like some of these, I feel like obviously meme coins are more attention driven, right? That's just the way it goes within a meme culture or whatever. And because of this, you can see just from this like post here, after he said we like memes, and I think he also even mentioned Cash Cat. Cash Cat started to pump crazy because he mentioned Cash Cat, right?
Yeah.
And we do know he listed like Dogecoin on Robinhood. What else meme coin he listed on Robinhood? So
they listed Dogecoin. I think, what was the other one that was like super popular when Dogecoin was? I think it was
Shiba.
Was it Shiba? I don't know if they listed Shiba. I know people were making money because they were waiting for that listing. But I don't remember if they listed, because I didn't play Shiba, but yeah,
I didn't either. And the thing is with that is like eventually you're gonna get to the point where you get the tippity top of the speculation, right? So it's like the attention, people are going to be trading these memes like, yo, all right, there's a potential that we're going to get listed on Robinhood.
Yeah.
Then once we get listed on Robinhood, what's next? after that.
Right. And I like this
Right?
comment somebody just said, like, Cash Cat has a launch pad now. This is what we're gonna see. You know, we're just gonna see meme coins start having utility to keep people around. If not, the speculation dies out and they have nothing else to speculate on.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Cash Cat Launchpad too, because they recently announced the Launchpad, as the comment said. But that's later on. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later. And I found this one funny. Obviously, I do believe that he did this for, you know, engagement on X. But Clemente crashes out after, obviously he talks to himself in third person. Crashes out after Cash Cat makes another all-time low. What happened to everyone that was bull posting this coin? If I was used for exit liquidity, I'm the victim here. The problem with losing money on meme coins is there's no excuse, and time is not on your side. I will never forgive myself for getting involved with meme coins. This was obviously for, you know, engagement, but there's truth
Like,
in
is he
this whole
trolling
thing.
the trenches? I think he's trolling.
Yeah, nah, there's truth in this whole thing though.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is true. It's one of those it's like sarcasm
Yeah,
for psychology.
of course, at some point in time, people that were bull posting a meme coin eventually stopped bull posting it. I don't know what the reasons are. They could probably, you know, it probably go down and then they stop bull posting it. But that's pretty much another reason I never really promoted meme coins, right? I've also said if I get into a meme coin, I won't publicly talk about it because I don't want my name tied to any meme coin in case anything goes bad.
Right.
But if I catch it early, I'm going to trade that hoe. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to trade that thing if I catch it early enough. And I'm not in these group chats.
gains if you see something early.
Yeah, and I'm not in these group chats at all, right? I'm not in none of these group chats where that's also another thing, right? The meme goes pretty much as far as the people that are holding down the floor and the people that are pushing it, right? And this has come from like a recent launch too. If you guys don't know, let me just move this here. This from a recent launch. What's this thing called? I don't like the name. I don't like the name, but it is what it is, man. Pipe Dog. This thing came out, and you can see here the liquidity compared to most of these altcoins is much higher, right? This was out the gate. This pumped overnight. Everyone missed this. I'm in like a few Twitter spaces where they're like, "Yo, what the heck is this Pipe Dog thing?" It's got to be bundled by some of these ETH guys because they literally injected a bunch of liquidity into this altcoin as it launched, and they launched one before and then rugged that one and launched this one, and then put the liquidity in this one, right? So these things go as far as
that one actually has good liquidity compared to the other. Is that liquidity say 7.8?
7.6, man.
That's actually good liquidity for a meme coin. For like, if you go to what if is at 25 million, liquidity is at 700K.
Let me see. I do see that comment on what if too.
Oh yeah, right.
What if people made? I'm not gonna lie. What if people made some money?
Yeah, no, didn't we talked about what if on stream? Didn't we?
Yeah, but that was like for like a quick second after people kept mentioning it. I was never. The people that traded it, you know, Crypto Millie, Crypto Archie, and these guys, they made a big bag off this. I don't know if they sold, but the community that they built around this has been pretty good so far.
But look at the liquidity though. This thing is gonna drop fast if people start selling. So
yeah, so you see that comparison.
The last one, yeah.
This one is at 24 million market cap, only 634 liquidity, while this one 634,000 liquidity, while this one has 7.6 at the damn near the same market cap.
Yeah.
Now I'm not funding none of these because I don't want y'all communities to come to attack me. I don't care too much for that. Made good money on Robinhood first week online. Got in Cash Cat at 800K market cap.
Nice. That first week of Robinhood was legendary. I'm not gonna lie. I was loving it.
Yo, good gains there. I do want to say, yo, when I got on Robinhood the first day I got on Robinhood, I seen Cash Cat like literally once the RPC went live for Robinhood, because most people don't know how to like put the RPC into your MetaMask or into your Rabby wallet. That's like a downside. So If you know how to do that technical know-how, you would get on chain immediately, right? And we bridged over. We bridged over to Robinhood quickly before that whole, loss of ETH, like them bridges lost all their ETH. So some people had their ETH stuck there for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
I saw a cash cat at 5 million. But remember what I told you guys, after a meme coin hits a certain market cap, it's off my radar for good.
Facts.
I don't care how high it goes. I'm like, yo, because Cash Cat after 5 million, it ran up to like, what was it? What was the all-time high for Cash Cat? What was the all-time high? Let me see. Cash Cat's all-time high. Do they have it up here? Do they have the true all-time high up here? In terms of market cap, do they have the real, like 200 million?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So was that a 200x? I said 200x. Sorry, guys. Got a little too excited. A 20x? That's not like a 20x from 5 million, right? Yeah,
135 million.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I missed out on decent gains on Cash Cat just because I stuck to my rules. Obviously, this Cash Cat is like a once in a generation, like, I'm not gonna say generational, but once like every few months type thing, right? Yeah. So even if it was at 5 million, it pumps, but those that other altcoins that get to like that market cap, they might turn around. So me sticking to my rules it's just what it is. That's also why I skipped out on What If too. After I seen What If at like 2 million, I'm like, it's too late for me.
Yeah, that's how
it's
I am.
Too late.
If I don't get like for a meme coin, if I don't get in, but like below 3 million, I'm kind of like, because then what if it goes to 50 million, you get a 10x or something like that. That's cool, but like I want to get in at 80K like these other guys. So
yeah, like I need, if I catch it early, this is why I always felt like I had the edge on virtuals, because I couldn't find my DD and I could watch these AI agents launch and I could catch them early, right? And like if you look at the posts I've always made on Patreon, when it comes down to gambling into these microcaps here, I catch most of these microcaps pretty early. Wire here at 117, Utopia here, Utopia 140, I got in at 140 right there, 146 here. Other post here, look what you got. Vex here, Vex 172. This runs up to like 5 million market cap after running up to 600 here, but it ran up to like 5 or so. What we got here, Raxu 377. This goes up to 1.4. It continues on. If I don't catch it early in the thousands of market cap, I really, unless it's an agent, obviously I can make like a thesis around the agent and see who the dev is and what's going on there. But What If will flip Cash Cat, and it does look like it is going to flip it. And congrats to you guys again. If you guys made money on What If, congrats on that, right?
Yeah, if y'all cooking, have fun, man.
And remember, take some profits. Get ready for that real bull market.
Yeah, definitely. Take some profits. Don't sit there and screenshot it when you got enough money that you want to remember. Take that.
Don't be like me, man. I round trip some crazy games.
I round trip some.
Jake knows too. What was it? Genon
was a crazy round trip. You round trip Genon, and I was mad at you.
Guys, bro, I brought this up on stream too. Genon, yo. This is also another thing I'm talking about when it comes down to memes here. Let's see. This is it though. Yeah, this is glory days. We was hunting. We was hunting on Pump Fund, guys. We found this that like legitimately it launched on Pump Fund. I even showed the screenshot on like stream. Mm-hmm. Like my soul transaction, we got this the day it launched on Pump Fund. What is that, like 10K, 20K?
Yeah.
It ran up to like a what was it? Like 200, 100 million market cap. Boy, I had the time of my life. Where did I sell?
My life.
I sold over here. I sold over
here. Where did I sell? Oh man. Boy, I know you got in before me, and I was in there. I was like, I think I for sure got 1,000x on that. And then you said, I'm still holding it. I was like, huh? Why?
Yeah. This is, if I catch it early, but that's once in a few months type move right there though. So yeah, so that goes along with that. Let me see.
Said 99 insider plays. Yeah. I even have rules to play them. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm like the trenches is so trenched. The meme coins are so trenched. I use the fact that they're insider plays to make money.
Sold too early, of course, though. Risk management forces you to exit. Shame, but must have discipline. Yo,
Yes.
can I pin this? Let me see. I could favorite it, but I need to pin that. That's facts, man. Even though you made money by sticking to your rules. Obviously, if you miss out on some extra X's, you're gonna be a little. You know, I don't even know what the perfect word is for it. But as long as you make money, it's always good. Room Crusader says that's a good rule. Yeah. Try to stick to my rules, man. If you have the port smart to always have 10% of a moon bag, even then, I don't even, once I exit, I'm all the way out.
Yeah, I got a whole Solana wallet with like 300 moon bags. And I would always leave like at least $20 in a moon bag. I go and I look at that wallet to remind me like, no, this is meme coins. They die.
Yeah.
That's how I play it. Don't listen to me and go sell your moon bags and then get mad at me once they do 1,000x though.
Maybe you're interested in this coin. They have just a community like what if different community, of course. Let me see. Could I even copy this? I can't. Let me see. Can I copy it? Could I copy this? I could copy it. Yeah. Hold on. I got it.
I was gonna say I can pull it up if you can.
Let me see what you giving me, man. Let me see what you giving me. I'm not endorsing nothing on this channel.
Imagine. Okay, this thing just pumped right now. Sheesh.
This is like this is pretty much a play off of what if, pretty much. God damn. Yeah, I'm not buying off of that candle. The heck? Hold on. Let's see. Let's look into the forensics before we continue on here.
Good job if you caught that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The X has been renamed twice. That's a sign that whoever this dev is just a serial launcher. So they will kill this coin eventually. So that's something that I'll definitely be, weary of. If they didn't even make a new X account, they just changed the name of an old one, probably to keep the same followers.
Yeah, about 4.1 thousand out of smart traders. The dev is still holding. Let's look at how many people's in profit here.
Yeah, let me see. Let me check that out. Holders.
Let's go see who's in profits here. I don't really do memes, guys. You're not gonna make this channel a meme channel, man. This is a utility channel.
It's gonna be memes with utility, EA. Stop fighting it. Memes with utility. What's the utility of this meme coin? You get to imagine. Okay.
I don't know. Not giving me too much information on this one.
Let's see. Top wallets still got how much liquidity is in this token? I don't want the top wallets to have, more than 50% of the liquidity, in their unrealized profit. That's too trench.
The same fun as TA off of last week. All right. I see what you're doing. Okay, you want me to keep it on stream? We're gonna check it back on it? Okay.
All right, let's do it.
we're gonna check back on it. Let me see if there's any calls. Let me see if any calls bought anything fun. Let me see. We're gonna track 2 plays.
A lot of wallets I'm tracking have bought this coin though, this imagine.
Moon, what is this on Solana? This has popped up a few times on the channel. What's that? But I don't really see anything that's okay. What is this life? No, I don't know. Okay. AI. This is the AI. Okay. All right. I don't really see something off the name. If y'all see something I want to see here, y'all let me know. What about? I don't know. Obviously, there's been like 8 buys on this Moon token, but this is from Lek here. He bought about $8. 8 buys. Should we check out Mooner? No, it's Mooner, and then you got Moon here. What the heck?
Moon, and then Mooner. There might be something to that.
I don't know which one it is. It's on Solana, right? No, I can't tell. Might be something to it. I don't know. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on Monad since Phantom Wallet is removing them next month? Still good for the bull market? Hell no.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm so joking. I really don't even know what they're going to be building. That's going to make them interesting as a layer one over Robinhood, Base, BNB, Solana. So you may catch some plays there, as some people did early. Um, if you really think that Monad could have some stay around pressure or whatever, you keep an eye on it. You may get some gains off of it. But hold on, didn't you send me something? Yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
I was literally gonna say bring that up because that's pretty important about these
Hold on.
layer ones or these new layer twos or whatever.
Jay has sent me something over the week, and I said I was gonna talk about this in stream, on stream actually.
As
Is
far as
Monad up here?
doesn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but does Monad have a lot of institutional connections? Because right now, my issue with Monad is like nobody's using it. Like, and if they are using it, like it's generating like zero revenue. Um,
Yeah, I don't even know. Looking at it here. Hold on. This is what he sent, but it doesn't show Monad up here. But you can see here, this is like the total raises, and the 24-hour volume of all of these here. Look how much they raised in total. Like, not in total, but each one. Each one. I'm sad to see Polkadot here. You guys know I'm sad to see Polkadot here, man. I love Polkadot. But
so
24-hour volume is $1,306. And the crazy thing is, Plasma just started getting some action, some traction. Say is up here, Tempo is up here. I don't even know. Tempo should be going live. I don't know if people are trading on it. Arc is going to be going live. We're going to have too many chains. That's also another reason I'm not really looking at Monad. I'm focused on where I believe retail is going to be at, and targeting the top narratives, I believe, right? And I just told you guys, I think Robinhood is going to dominate RWAs. Obviously, you got Canton, you got, Ondo and things like that. But for retail purposes, Robinhood is going to dominate RWAs. Base is going to dominate AI, in my opinion, here. So I don't know what I don't know. Go ahead.
no, my bad. Go ahead.
I was going to say I don't know what product market fit or Monad has that can make it in that whole thing. So
Yeah, Monad is predominantly right now. I'm looking at it. It's predominantly DeFi. You got Aave, K3 Capital is like the top ones. Pendle up there, Curve Finance, Uniswap. So I mean, their volume it's all right. It's not as bad as some of the ones on that list, but still not reaching nowhere near close to. Actually, let's see. Chain fees in 24 hours is $6,000. You know what I mean? App revenue is 18 grand. They generated 100 grand in fees. That's not revenue, that's just fees. So stuff like this is just like a new chain could come out and just blow them right out of the water and have a little more excitement and things like that. So I'm with you on that, following where the retail's at. I think Solana, Base, BNB, Robinhood definitely have a better thesis going into this next cycle.
yeah, the first week on Robinhood, every damn launch ran past 50K market cap at least. Yeah. Always bridge to a new launched chains equals easy money during hype. Honestly, the fact that I love that. Most people don't know that. If a new chain comes out, go play on it, right?
Sure.
Just figure out what's going on. You just gonna find. Obviously, you might get rugged a few times, but you may hit some bangers.
Yeah,
right?
One of the best ways that I made money in crypto is just experimenting.
Yeah. Never good if being delisted. Absolutely. Monad's ass. Robinhood and Base, the only chains that matter with Solana. I agree.
Okay.
Jay don't agree though. He like Tron.
Yeah, nah. I gotta say, I was literally gonna say, don't forget BNB because they be over there. But the East be cooking too. BNB and Tron. I don't mess with neither one of them, but they always have top revenue.
All right, let's get back into everything here. Back on track here. Now there's some little Anthem talk here. This aligns with the meme talks and things like that. People are believing. I actually was even in a Twitter space earlier today where they talked about Anthem's token. Some of them believe that the culture of memes have changed because of distribution, right? Before, it was like you wanted more holders of your meme coin, right? Right now, with Anthem, as he's predominantly the main holder of Ansem coin. Of like, I don't know, what he owed, like 60% or something, 70%, right? So there's not that many holders, and they talk about how the distribution for this token is going. While there's another cohort of people talking about how Ansem could change creator coins and meme coins, the way he's tackling things, right? And they thinking like they're betting big on this Ansem coin. I'm even seeing another content creator on X talk about how VCs are thinking about investing into Ansem coin. What are you thinking about this whole Ansem stuff right now?
Not buying it. Sorry. You know, I'm just not buying it. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. Why are you not buying it?
Because like it's meme coin culture, you know. Every time meme coin pumps, people come up with these crazy theses and like, yo, it's just euphoria. You have a bunch of people who just made, you know, over 1,000x, over 2,000x. Ansem's holding the token and he's smart to make sure that people are constantly gaining. You know what I mean? He's holding a lot of the supply to make sure that the price doesn't have as much sell pressure. And then he's doing a nice promo tour for it. So I could see the token being around and having its community and doing what meme coins do. But as far as like, oh, this is changing the game and you know, all this stuff, like I'm not really buying the fact that like meme coins have changed. Like, show me a meme coin that hasn't pumped in a month and how many people are talking about it. Like, none of these do these coins survive a down cycle or a downtrend, you know, stuff like that. So but of course they got to be hype on it. You know, it's at almost 100 mil, and they need more people to pump it. So can it pump? Definitely. You know, that community has pumped, you know, Dog with Hat to $1 billion market cap. So I think it can still move. But as far as like, oh, things change and Ansem, I don't think so. I think it's almost time for the next Ansem, to be honest.
Oh, there's been some people that's been trading different Ansem tokens. Like there's this other content creator. I can't really think of his name. Let me see if we see it on Solana without actually I didn't want to leave this one because I said we was going to save this one. We was going to keep this one up there. We're going to keep that just to look at the price towards the stream.
It'll get interesting because I believe that Ansem created a playbook that other people with creator coins will follow, right? Hold 70% of the supply, and if that thing starts pumping, you have a big old pot of money that you can just start giving to people. People are going to love you. You start giving them 10K at a time. You know what I mean? So
yeah. This is like the other playbook for like Ansem coin. This is like this epic coin. I don't know I forgot what creator this is, but he apparently had launched this a long time ago. You can see this. It was dead. But he eventually, once Ansem thing, like he got ideas from Ansem, and it did pump up to about 25, 26 million market cap. Right now is at 5. So I don't know. This also is like the whole thing about creator coins, because no one was really bullish on creator coins. So we're going to see if the Ansem playbook brings back creator coins or even that topic.
Right. Yeah, it takes to remind me of NFTs. Remember how many takes we had about NFTs being this and being that? That's what that reminds me of. Okay.
Yeah. Monad is just another hyped L1, too many in crypto. I agree.
Too many.
The Rune Crusader says he's giving out money. Yeah, yo, I tuned in to a few of his streams weekly because actually they be having good conversations. And they just giving out thousands of dollars to like people commenting. Yeah, that keeps people around. Exactly. One thing I learned. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh yeah, one thing I learned: you help people make money in this space, they will forever fuck with you, forever. And Ansem is finding a way to do that, just giving out crazy amounts of money. It came up in a bear when peeps needed a runner. Always be a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So this whole Ansem, I just wanted to bring that a little bit. Not too crazy. I don't own any Ansem. I probably won't ever buy it because I don't know. If he gives it to me, he gives it to me. You know, that's another topic.
If you didn't get it below 2 million, that's why. That's
top launchpads. So we get into the launchpad side of talks now, right? Now, if you guys don't know, I'm very familiar with launchpads. The early days of this channel, we was discussing all the launchpads that was coming out, and I'm seeing this whole thing coming. Is happening again, right? Now, just to show you guys, right? This was back like 5 years ago. Like I'm telling you, we was here. Jay was here before me, and I came in like the cycle after Jay, right? Card starter. And sorry if you guys hear that. My window is always open. I gotta say, every time in the stream, my window is always open. Card starter. This has made people money. Crazy amounts of money. This is like the early days of launch pads being the new thing, right? You can see 5 years ago we killed it on card starter. Then you had polka starter, you had pole starter, poly starter, you had all of these. I made money on card starter. I was even giving out allocations for card starter. And then I remember the first time I seen this whole like cold game, like being an influencer in this space being real, is when this project right here, Pro Starter, gave me allocation. I don't know if y'all heard me talked about this on like stream before. They gave me the allocation, and they like, obviously you're supposed to lock up the token.
Yeah.
But I don't think they knew that they didn't lock up my tokens, right? It was directly in the wallet. I wake up in the morning, I shit you not, I see 50K. This, I was never so excited in my life. Like, just it felt like a big airdrop, guys. But this one, like this whole, like, you go on the channel, type in Launchpad, and you'll find a lot of videos on Launchpads. I used to cover a lot of these Launchpads, and I'm seeing a lot of this come up again. Even then, before, people were getting tired of Launchpads, but the thing then was each chain was now having their own new Launchpad. You see Ava launch here. This was like an Avalanche launch. The fact that it's still at 20 million market cap is crazy.
Oh, we grubbed on Avalanche. Oh my gosh, those days were crazy.
Bounce is here. Pink Cell. This was like the BNB Launchpad that had people going crazy. These are like the early days. Chain GPT was up here as well. What else? Do I see anything else? You see some other new ones as well on here. That has gone crazy. But this is leading to the topic of launchpads, of course, of launchpad fatigue. But I see the comments here, and some King Cole baller. Yeah. He the goat. He goated.
Yeah, no, he definitely saved the trenches.
Yeah, he goated. He goated.
He goated with that move. He saved the trenches for sure.
I'm not gonna compare it to bitboy crypto because there's no comparison. But I only feel like there's only been 2 content creators or influencers that got to the pico top of like influencer in crypto. That's bitboy crypto.
Yeah.
And Anthem. No one else has gotten close. I mentioned what if. Go ahead.
No, I said that's kind of true. Roger Ver back in the day, but that's back in the day.
Yeah, I don't think we all know anything about him. I don't even know his name. I don't even know who that is.
He was a Bitcoin guy, so it was when Bitcoin was like one of the only ones, but that was back.
Yeah, go ahead. Back in the day.
Yeah, Bitcoin Cash.
Oh, when they did the fork.
Yeah.
Okay. I mentioned what if on Robinhood a couple weeks ago. It was about 3 million market cap. Now it's at 25 million market cap. How about them apples? What if? Let's go. Congrats. What you want me to say?
Good job. He was the one who brought it to the stream last time. So, good job. If anybody ate off of that when you were watching the stream, say thank you to RRH.
If you come into gloat, that's okay. I appreciate. I commend you on your gains. Like, you did well. But don't just think that's the only gains that's been possibly made. Since Robinhood came out, I've been making gains on Robinhood chain. Like, this whole bear market, I've been making gains. So missing out on one play, that's cool for me. That's cool. I'm good. But those that got into what if, congrats, man. They built something. We'll see how long it lasts. Will it last for another month, 2 months? Let's see. Damn, BB crashed out hard, bro. Who's BB?
Who's BB?
Oh, bitboy.
Oh, bitboy. Yeah. We was talking about that the other day. Like, man, I didn't really like bitboy. I had some issues with him, but I hate to see him go out like that.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, low key. Yeah, Chill says launchpad fatigue, low key.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody says high key
for sure.
High key. Right. This leads into the full conversation here right now. Pawns V2. This is now another launchpad. This is the first dominant launchpad on chain, right? People were so happy about Pawns, right? Pawns V2 was live for like 66 minutes earlier. Essentially now with the V2, they made it so you can actually pair launches with stocks, tokenized stocks. And I believe this is huge. We have seen other launch pads. I think this was like the one downside for Pawns is that they didn't have the new innovative way to launch on their launch pad because Banker was doing it. Long XYZ was doing it, right? That's the only ones I remember. Those are the two big ones that were doing it for tokenized stocks, right? Now Pawns is also doing that, right? Now Pawns is looking pretty good in my opinion. Pawns has this moment. This guy himself also created this called Ponzinomics.com, the Pawns token. You can see the revenue protocols, all of this dashboard. So you guys can go ahead and watch all of this on here on chain. Supply is going to be burned as well. Now Pawns has come down a lot though. It pumped to about what was that 40 million. It came back down. Now we're looking at it about 17.8 million market cap. How you feeling about Pawns so far before we continue on to the other launch pads? Because there's more to talk about.
I like Pawns. I think it just has that first mover advantage. After no X failed, it has that first mover advantage for sure.
Yeah. Just made 2K off of If and Fong. Good gains, man. Good gains. What are you planning on doing with the gains? Are you going to flip it into another meme? What's your plan? Let me know. Fong is the next move. I seen it. It's been trending
at 2 million. The Fong.
Yeah, it's been trending in the alpha surge section for a little bit here. We've seen some accumulation here. I actually haven't checked. I haven't looked into Fong. I just seen it there once. I seen it. And I kind of got some notifications from, god damn, I hate this keyboard. I kind of got some notifications from like FOMO app. And once I start getting the notifications, I'm like, are we early or are we late?
Yeah, that's FOMO for you.
Let's go to forensics and let's look into Fong. Remember, if you guys want to test out the HQ, the link is linked in the comments. And if you're on X, it's in my bio. Wherever, I don't think I got it in on Kick just yet. But right now, let's look at the realized profits here. Sold my Zio, I don't know, XYO, Swift C, and most of my Jasmine and bought What If and Fong all on Robinhood. Okay, that was a good move then. Honestly, Jasmine, I've never understood Jasmine. I know they had a community behind them. I don't know what the Swift is, and Zio. I feel like I know what that is. Is Zio? How would you say this? XYO. Yeah, would you say just XYO, or would you try to pronounce it?
XYO. I remember that one. Jasmine. I'm with you on Jasmine. Like the community is so crazy. I done read the website at least 20 times. I still can't.
It's not giving me too much information. I guess there was 43,000 taken out though. On Fong, about 50-50 from buyers. Let's see if there was any bundling. Stockbrokers. We're going to talk about stockbrokers very soon here. I like stockbrokers. We're going to talk about it. We get into that point where we're going to talk stockbrokers. Personally got burned on quite a few pink cell launch scams in the past. Ooh. Got my allocation and they never launched a token. I know all about that. I got into some private sales and they still never launched their tokens. So that's just the name of the game in crypto. No bundle. Okay, that's good. Too early buyers in the first 120 second window. Honestly, I want to be one of those guys that got in at 120 seconds. You get in that 4K market cap? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where was I now? Okay, so Pawns here. I think Pawns, for any launch pad to really be successful, they need a major runner, and that's hard to do in a bear market, right? They obviously, what was it? Did they have Cash Cat as their runner, as the launch? Was it Cash Cat that launched on here? No.
I don't think Cash Cat launched on there.
No. Yeah, Cash Cat didn't launch on here.
It was their token, wasn't it?
Not. Okay, they did have Thinking Cat, 8 together. I seen that pop up a little bit. YOLO. What's there? They don't have like a major runner on here. Let me look at the market cap. These are explored. Do we see the graduations? Can I filter here? I can't filter here though. This is where I wanted to filter. I want to see, unless that's So they don't have like a major runner on here. Nothing too crazy. But I do think that Game launched on Banker. Banker already is a successful launch pad, and that ran up to like 25, right? Anything else? I don't remember anything else. So maybe they do need a major runner from these guys, but they are launching a lot. They do have a lot of protocol revenue and things like that. Oh, they did also. That's another reason for the drop. They didn't have any new launches. I think they paused the launches for the move to V2, and that had shut people down a little bit, or made people not want to invest at that time. Rubix puts out this tweet. I think there's three main risks with pawns. Pawns shut down completely. He says ignore this one. He doesn't think that this is going to happen. The Noxa situation was very random. Number two is important. Competition takes market share. That's where the launchpad fatigue is coming in. Too many goddamn launchpads on Robinhood, right? We all understand that Robinhood, if you become that dominant launchpad on Robinhood, you're probably like a damn near 8 to 9 figure altcoin, right? But right now, there's just too many people that's just like launching their own version of a launchpad. Robinhood trenches die. I don't think the trenches will die. I think this is where now retail are kind of wanting to trade these meme coins, especially if the founder of the chain keeps saying he likes memes. They're gonna keep trading here. Hold up, before I go on to that, you got any thoughts on the three here, Jay?
No, I agree with the takes market share. I don't think it's gonna shut down, and I don't think the trenches are dead. So yeah, I agree with you on pretty much everything you said. Just yeah, not much.
Not hard on new launches. Launch hype with millions of existing users. I don't understand that one.
Not hard on new launch hype with existing users.
Hi there. What's the latest improvements on the HQ? Can you show? It's been down for a few days. Are you just tuning in? No, the HQ isn't down. Have you refreshed the HQ? The HQ is up and running, my guy. What's the new updates that I've put into the HQ? We got the alpha here, where we got the surging. This is the in-house scanner. This is pretty much scanning CT, tracking smart money and volume to figure out what's going on, what's some altcoins that we need to check here. So you can see all of that that's up here from Robinhood, Base, all of that. Alpha launches, these are the newer launches that have come out and graduated from the launchpad that they're respectively on. All right, so that could be Pump Fund, Pawns, the 4 launchpad, whatever it may be. And then it's going to give you a little bit of information after they launch. So as you can see, this one launched. It gives you a little bit of information. Mint not freezed here. Cat call, top 10 holds about 78%. So it helps you a little bit there. Smart rotation, we can see what people are selling out of in terms of their wallets, what they're selling out of, and what are they positioning themselves into. You can see they're selling out of FAW. We talked about FAW as a new innovative thing on chain. This is like the whole gotcha thing. They're selling out of stockbrokers, getting into syrup, USDG, Anthem, Frong, cards. I don't know if I want to talk about cards. That's the whole Pokemon narrative that's been heating up. The TCG. I'm diving into that world. I'm diving into some worlds I haven't even thought I was diving into.
Is that TCG actually launched that or no?
No. Cards been around. I think they got their own.
I remember we talked about it before, but you said TCG. I'm like, did they launch that? I gotta change my mind about that.
You know what's crazy? My first, I do like TCGs. My first channel on YouTube in high school, I was like 14. No, I was like 12. Was a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I was into TCG, man. I don't know about y'all. I've been around on YouTube for a little bit. What? Funny thing is, I deleted all those videos on the specific channel, but I went not recently, maybe like a year or two ago. I went to go search up the name just to search up the name, and I see my face on the channel on someone else's channel. I'm like, God damn, we gotta scrub the shit. We gotta scrub YouTube. My face is on YouTube right now. The young EA. But yeah, so these are the changes so far. We got cold trackers here. We're seeing what the colds are buying. We did add a little bit more onto the perp side of things, where we could see the positioning, we could see the scanner, what smart money is trading on perpetuals. Forensics got a little bit better. everything is just getting a little bit better as well. We got a little bit more that I found that I actually want to add into here, especially bubble maps, because if you guys don't know, we have our like little bubble maps, but the bubble maps isn't as good. So I found something called Insight X that we're going to be including on here to get a better idea on bubble maps and things like that. Yeah, so that's everything on the HQ here. But yeah, Fink, it's live, it's up. We're up and running. We was just down for a little bit because I had to make some upgrades. I told you guys in that channel, you can see CT pulses up here, all the trending tokens up here from CT. So yeah, you guys make sure the links is posted. Right, nice. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Thanks. But yeah, where are we? That's a little bit a little shilling there. We talked about that. We talked about pawns right now. Okay. Yeah, so Cash Cat. In light of Launchpad commotion throughout the few weeks of Robinhood crypto, the Cash Cat community came together and formed their own solution. There's too many goddamn solutions, man. We absolutely love the idea and move to lift them up. They introduced their own launchpad called lesscash.fund. I want to know, are people cashing out on Less Cash? Because, you know.
Let's Cash? I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, nah. You can't have Let's Cash as the name and people not making money on there, all right?
Let's Cash.fund. I don't even like that name.
So far, not gonna lie, I do like the way this look though. Hold on, let's put this in dark mode here. I hate this shit. Put this shit in dark mode, man. So far, what we got here? We got intern here at 170K, vibing cat. Don't know nothing about. It's just memes. All of these launch pads are just memes.
We don't need launch pads for more memes. Now, if somebody does a launch pad for RWAs, or onboardings for RWAs or something, then maybe. But yeah, we don't need more launchpad for memes. Everyone's trying to be that fun.
This is the highest market cap on here, called Flork. This just came out. It's bundled. Oh yeah, it's bundled. So, Top 10. Yeah, it's bundled, boy. And let's stay away from that. They not cashing over here. They not cashing over here if they got something going on like that, man. But yeah, so you got Let's Cash here. Then an OG altcoin known for vampire and known for doing a vampire attack. These guys, if you guys don't know, they was sucking liquidity from Uniswap when they first launched. You remember that, Jay?
The very first vampire attack, the first major vampire attack ever was that Sushi and Uniswap thing.
Yeah, that shit was interesting, bro. Because
I make money on that, boy.
That was when first Uniswap gave out their airdrop. Then later on, Sushi Swap came out. It was like, yeah, this is interesting. But now these guys are doing Sushi Launch. A native launcher exclusively for Robinhood chain is now live. Create and deploy tokens against tokenized real-world assets such as stock tokens, each with live Sushi V3 market from launch, composable RWA native launch infrastructure. What I will want from this is I need some good altcoins to come from here. Hold up. I thought I had pulled it up. Yeah, there we go. I had pulled it up. There we go. So so far on here, they got Long Cat at 900K, Mew Sushi, Apple Cat. Those are the only ones that look so I guess for like launch pads, right? So again, nothing. You see one launch pad, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
Especially now with all of them now tokenizing stocks and pairing these altcoins with the tokenized stocks. So obviously this is going on right now. Will Sushi do another vampire attack on Pawns? We'll see. They're already known for doing it. Once a murderer, always a murderer, right? That's how I see it. What do you think about that, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you for sure. I don't know if they'll do another vampire attack, but if they do, I'll be there playing it. But yeah, man, I'm getting launchpad fatigue just watching our own stream right now.
What's, for example, stock would it be connected with? They had, like, if you don't know, Banker, this is the one I think of off the top of my head. Let me see. Let's look at Imagine. Imagine is not pumping up, so we need to find another token to track during stream here. So you guys find me a token to track during the stream. Yeah, GME. So, like, GME is a meme coin, obviously, but it is paired to the GME stock. So you can see here, GME stock. So that's like an example of it, and I could see this going crazy in the bull market. If somehow mania comes back to GameStop, somehow they do something, Roaring Kitty comes back, whatever it may be. People are probably watching Roaring Kitty's tweets right now. They got a notification bell on them, and if he say anything about GameStop, this thing is gonna run. I just gave y'all a little alpha to look out for, just in case. We never know.
Yeah, definitely look out for that.
Any memes that can stack RWAs for me, I'm all in. Okay, that's fair. I could see that.
I will say that I love that, that comment, because for me, any token that can stack other stuff for me, I'm in.
Another launchpad, Uniswap. Oh my god. So Uniswap launched Pools.trade, which is their new launchpad, and not only that, Uniswap also, so if you guys go onto the website, you're just going to see a frog, right? So another thing, since we're looking at a frog, obviously, once this thing goes live, the first thing you look for is what?
Is that frog token.
Exactly. So if you want to trade something interesting, if you think you got an edge, or you just around, like you up at the right time, best believe, go look for this frog. If somebody's going to launch a meme coin frog about this,
there's definitely going to be a frog token that goes to 10 mil, and there's definitely going to be a lily pad token.
Yeah, you can see a lily pad. Yeah. So yeah, people are going to look for that. I'm even going to go look into it, but they got their own mechanics here that you can go ahead and read into it. I don't know if it's that special or anything, but to that note as well, the thing, Robinhood also, Uniswap, when you go onto their website, right, they've done some big things. Not only have they added their V4, we talked about V4 already, but now they have like this aggregator up here where you can see all the launches on launchpads right on Uniswap for Robinhood. This actually is pretty good for exposure. You can see here all you what if guys, you can see it right here. Your what if token is number 2, right behind Cash Cat. GameStop is GameStop is up here, and it tells you where it came from. Vero is another launchpad that's closely connected to the Robinhood team. Apparently they have a community token, but they haven't claimed that community token. You got Artificial Inu, which is paired to NVIDIA on the long XYZ launchpad. So this is an aggregator that you can find all your the launches here pretty much here. So this could be something pretty interesting. Let's see some recent launches on here.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty interesting for sure. Having some of these, Uniswap, Sushi Swap do these launchpads is a little better. We'll see how they survive. But this is beta for Uniswap. They could just turn it off if it doesn't work out for them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because we was talking about some, because we was just talking about it. Let me just go see if there's anything. You see anything, Jay? Anything that looks interesting to look into? Ooh, $7,000 buy and oh yeah, we already covered that. Yeah, we already covered that. Prism, we already covered that. I don't see nothing. You see something?
Nah, I don't really see nothing that's catching my eye that I'm not already looking at.
Let me look at the comments before we continue on here. 65 people in here. Make sure you guys are liking the stream wherever you guys are tuning in at. Bro, I caught your video on robotics plays for the new bull. Very interesting. Thanks for that. Man, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. I think I'm the only person really bullish on robotics outside of Jay. For right now, at least in this bear market, because everyone can't really see or aren't patient enough to wait for it to take off. But I had a little rant / deep dive into robotics just a little bit earlier in the stream where we talked about what Peak is doing. Did you see what Peak was doing, Jay?
What, they did some new stuff today?
Yeah, they included some deflationary aspect to. They included some deflationary aspect to, to their tokenomics.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's dope. I haven't checked that out yet.
Another try. What if you launch your token? What stock would you connect it with? God damn, that's a good question. I wouldn't launch a token, but what stock I would connect it to? Honestly, SpaceX.
SpaceX, you think so?
Actually, no, I take it back because SpaceX is going to drop. I take it back.
No, but SpaceX has been dropping since it dropped, so eventually it's going to have its, it's going to have
its little bottom. But right now,
and have
if I pair a new launch to SpaceX, and SpaceX continues to drop, that launch isn't going to do too well.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
So something that maybe Amazon, because they're going to be doing it. They're going to probably have robotics in their warehouse. They're going to have AI data centers. Yeah, Amazon. Amazon will be the choice. Imagine on Robinhood, also a good one. One of our guys just told us to look at it to Imagine here. We still got it up here.
About Imagine.
We still got it up here, but it's not moving. This is like the altcoin we wanted to track during stream. We don't really see much going on it right now.
Sometimes the slow movers are good, you know.
Yeah, give me some alpha on it. Give me some alpha. What I need to. It's at 400K, right? It's at 400K. I told you guys I'm not buying any meme over 1 million market cap or 2. This at 400K, I can get sold on it. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. But you're gonna have to come. Tell me. You know the whole saying. What was it? What was the thing? Sell me the pen. What movie is that from?
Sell me this pen. I don't remember.
I forgot what movie is that from. I don't want to say Wolf of Wall. It is Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, it is.
SpaceX. Nah, I think something massive coming for corporations. I will try to short big corporations. If they go down, you don't just see the scare that just happened, like last week. That 20-year-old genius, he just got liquidated, and people thought the AI trade was over. But Citadel did that on purpose. They pushed everything, made him sell, or got him close to margin or whatever, and he sold. And the big guy, I forgot his name. I don't even know. He bought out all his stock, which is crazy. So
yeah, they bought out his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, big money take little money, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking more at these Launchpad tokens here, you can see here, this is why people are saying Launchpad fatigue. This is the most amount of Launchpads I've seen on one chain. Sheesh. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26, and Uniswap's Launchpad isn't up here yet. So that's 27. That's 27 Launchpads on one goddamn chain.
There's even more that I can think of that are not even on there. So that's crazy. You had to pick like 2 of them to go into. What you doing
for Launchpads?
Yeah, to play on. Yeah.
Bro, I keep it simple. Obviously, Banker and Virtuals are multi-chain, so I'm actually those would have been my 2 picks.
Let's skip the multi-chain because multi-chain is a little bit more like,
Yeah, that's too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy.
So if I had to choose, I would honestly say Pawns because they already got the community around it. Then number 2 is not even here yet. It's Stockbroker. We're going to talk about that in just a second here. What about you, Jay?
Okay. Same.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
Bonds, and because it already has first mover advantage, has the most, has the most people, and then stockbrokers, I think it's gonna do. Yeah.
I'm accumulating while it's low for now is the time. Robots will be huge, no doubt. Exactly. If you're taking this time to flip these altcoins, and if you can flip these altcoins, right, and you're building out dry powder, you need to find a strategy to get you ready for the next bull market, right? That could be buying RWAs on the low. That could be buying AI agents on the low. And for me, it's starting to look a lot more like robotics. I'm really I'm too bullish on robotics, man.
Like robotics and robotics infrastructure is next. Remember I told you I went to all those conferences and it was just robotics after robotics. Like it was like, okay, I see AI finally taking a back seat to data.
Yeah.
Which is
let me see. Hold up.
On data and then robotics.
Hold up. Before I get to that one, I put out this tweet here. Let me see. Let's go into the profile here. Y'all not following me? Y'all should be following me, man. Where is it out here? Look, you're getting post here from Rosie, right? I even the robotics boom explained, basically talking about when robotics is happening and things like that. I said a lot will be late to the party because they have no patience. Robotics right now is PVE. That's one. Oh yeah, Millie retweeted that. But yeah, right now, Jason here from the All In podcast, he sat down with like some big people that are building in robotics right now. And robotics. It's physical AI. Let's just say physical AI, right? You can see here all these different things. This him playing with some robots right now, right? A lot of you guys won't see this, like, because it's not mass produced in every state just yet. Maybe if you're in Florida, you could see that little goddamn robot driving around. I don't know if you guys seen that in Florida. Jay's in San Francisco, so he sees Waymos.
And Waymos. I'm talking the most interesting thing I've been seeing lately with robotics is like they got like the DoorDash robots, right? They're just riding around the street all the time, dropping off people's food. But I seen this robot that's like a marketing robot. It was riding through the street, and it had a little thing on it that said, "Wave at me, I'll give you a gift." So I'm like, people are going to be using robots in ways I never even think of. People would wave at it. It popped up and gave people like a little stress ball with the company logo on it. You know, so
Yeah.
like that's pretty.
Yo,
interesting, you know, because
this is why Jason said, go ahead, my fault.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
I was just saying, people were surrounding that thing. It was interesting, and it just had me like, okay, I'm seeing the robotics thing take over. I'm seeing the self-driving buses and stuff. So yeah, it's just making me more bullish on my thesis.
Jason said robotics is going to hit bigly in 2028. 2026, 2027 is the time to get educated. Yeah, y'all should be, yeah. That's why y'all follow me on YouTube, man. I'm dropping all the videos y'all need to know about robotics, right? And it's funny that Jay just mentioned DoorDash. Let me show you what DoorDash just did. Let me see if I just type in DoorDash. Let me see if I just, there we go. They got something called DoorDash Air.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna have a drone delivering your food to you. This is their in-house drone delivery program, guys. Right? So even Millie asked me, well, like, what's the time frame of like what I think of when robotics is going to be like a thing, right? I think the time frame could be exactly between 2027 to 2028. We're waiting for that major catalyst. We're waiting for that ChatGPT moment for robotics. We don't have it yet, but we're seeing everything being built out here. You're seeing a company, DoorDash, do this. Uber is going to be doing robo-taxis. Tesla got their robo-cabs coming out very soon. The humanoids, they not really out yet. Other physical AI appliances is going to be out there, from your smart glasses, or what Apple announced smart glasses. Snapchat announced smart glasses. What else we got?
A lot of stuff. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming, guys. And right now, I would say it's in the testing phase where like a lot of the research is done. So now it's like testing, you know, like the government is requiring like, hey, we need you to test this out for like, you know, test it out in one city for 2 years, make sure nobody gets killed, you know, stuff like that. So in a couple years, like once testing is done, oh, they're going live. We're going to have a bunch of catalysts because they're going to be ready to release it and do their marketing and all that stuff. So yeah, it's about majorly.
The thing is, like, with all that testing and things like that, think about some of these big companies that already been invested into this or are invested into humanoids that haven't even IPO'd yet, right? That could also be another big catalyst, you know? Some of these things are getting close to $1 billion evaluation, things like that. So yeah, I think it's just to be patient right now, and I'm getting ready for it. Yeah. Pons is the OG Launchpad. Yes. A few years back, met a guy in the airport. Somehow we started talking about crypto. He was telling me regarding resistors / transistors. Is that it?
Yeah.
Or how you call them to be huge. So I missed it. Okay. If you're not accumulating robotics, you're slipping, peeps. Those robo self-driving delivery cars, those just falling to holes or going to pass roadwork zones are funny. Have you seen that?
The robots, yeah, because like I said, they're in testing, so they're putting them out there so that they can, you know, just try to figure out stuff like potholes and, like he was saying, work zones. Like they be running over cones, they just be hopping out into the street to get around something. People be messing with them. It's kind of funny.
Green Bean says robotics is the next big trade. I agree. You seen the video? I called it that. I cannot wait when those strong, independent women start to do food deliveries. What?
What?
Or like 50-50, taking serious, dangerous jobs. Okay, you red pill, my boy. This ain't the channel for red pill content. Even $100 in the top projects now could pay off big during a bull run. It piggybacks the massive AI boom it will run. I take that too.
Second that.
I got more than $100, but we going all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's a good point. I agree with him.
And to continue with the launchpad talk here, it's going to be hard for these launchpads to compete simultaneously. They all need a proof of concept and growing numbers. Wondering if more established launchpads see the play and want to throw their hat in the ring. More established ones, virtuals, banker. More established projects in general, sushi swap, uniswap.
Yep.
Waiting on new use cases, DeFi experiments, or any other primitive, right? The launch pads are just to start. The protocols that are being built is where I'm most interested, and that's why I'm excited for Robinhood.
Yeah.
Is the experiments and things that's happening on chain.
The experiment of putting memes up against, or putting stocks up against cryptos in general, not just memes. You know, I think it's going to be way bigger for utility tokens and RWA. Putting stocks up against RWAs is going to be a huge, liquidity magnet.
Launchpads change the game towards pure extraction and rotation. This is why I dislike Solana, due to how Pump Fund changed the entire nature of how crypto users invest on chain.
Yeah.
Pre-Pump Fund was different game completely. And we just delete the launchpads for good.
I second that.
Now, I'm not going to say pre-Pump Fund was a different game, because pre-Pump Fund, there was still launchpads. I just showed y'all, we was playing launchpads about 5 years ago.
Yeah. But Pump Fund changed the game with memes. Now
Yeah,
it's all
memes.
about memes. You used to invest in projects who tried to be real projects. Who tried to have utility tokens on these things.
What I will say now is Pump Fund made it easier for anyone to launch anything. Right? They don't really have to know how to code. They don't really need to have much, especially now with AI. You can have AI build you out a project.
Right.
Give you all the ideas, pitch deck, everything, and launch it through Pump Fund. Back when Card Starter and these other launch pads was around, you really got legit projects on here. That, well, quote unquote legit projects.
Yeah.
They all dead.
Rugs still.
Yeah, they rugged and things like that. But it was a little harder for the flood of altcoins. And onto that, some of these launch pads also made it so you had to KYC to even participate in these IDOs that was launching on here. Like I was trying to get into some of these IDOs. I'm not KYC, and I had to buy a KYC wallet from someone.
Oh, that's facts.
So it was a little harder. But now with Pump Fund, to Connor's
Fund just made it so that the retail could start rugging each other. Before you needed to be somebody with a little bit more money, a little bit more dev experience. Now you can be anybody, and Pump Fund just made it a thing. But I think it definitely did change the game, even just how we trading coins and look at meme coins, the bundles, it changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and into that, exactly, all these launch pads too, people know that they are a big money maker. You can see the numbers that they're making. You make a decent launch pad, people will start to launch tokens on there. There's serial launchers that just launch tokens just to make money. All right. So now getting into a little bit other RWA plays and another launchpad, stockbrokers. Now I like stockbrokers. For me, I personally believe stockbrokers could be a good blue chip altcoin on Robinhood. Right now it's at about, let's just even it out, 20 million market cap, which is pretty high, right? When we talked about innovative projects, stockbrokers is one of them, right? They're essentially bringing options on chain. This guy here puts out this tweet here. You could combine the fact that stock launchers is going to launch here. They already have their own community with their NFTs, real world asset connection through tokenized stocks, NFT plus stock dividends mechanics. If the launcher is successful, it can attract quality projects. And they already had one token already launched from there called Dirt, which has already done numbers. I missed out on it because it launched overnight. crypto's 24/7. I'm not gonna catch all of these launches here. And then on top of that, the NFTs. This is from Tyler D here. The NFTs for stockbrokers is up 30% at a 4.75 ETH floor. How much is 4.75? You might ask, because I don't know myself. Because I don't know.
It's like 10K.
10K.
Somewhere around there.
About quick math. About 8.7.
Okay.
So you was right. You was close. Right. So that's That's for one NFT that was a free mint, guys. The last time we saw this was when NFTs was hot. Some of these free mints got up to like 20,000, 10,000.
And that was a free mint? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Or 50 cents or something like that. It was damn near free. Yeah. Right. So, and then each of them accrue stocks over time. Like, they have their own wallet, their own mechanics for each of these NFTs to have their own wallet to get stocks over time. Like, it just drips. It's a daily dividend of like the stocks. So this is honestly crazy, pretty innovative. And if they actually do have good launches on here, this may be something that people talk about. I haven't. Let me pull up Derp here. Let's pull up Derp. Derp.
Available in your region? Oh nah.
What happened? What's unavailable?
I'm on BrokerBox on Stockbroker's website, which this website was made by AI. If you didn't.
Yeah. I think he said he vibe coded it. If I'm not mistaken.
I was gonna say it definitely looks vibe coded, but says not available in your region, the United States. Swapping for stock token is restricted in the United States. We can buy Trump token. What's going on?
Okay. Where are you reading those comments from? I do not see them in chat here. This is like the main platform that aggregates all the chat through anywhere I'm streaming from, which is pretty much Kick, Rumble, YouTube, X. So the chats come from all of them. So you may be watching a short form version of it, or long like the platform is like longer. BlackRock using Wormhole as their exposure to crypto, not sure to DCA into it, or is just a bridging from W to another asset. Wormhole was a bridging platform competing with Layer Zero. I haven't really kept up with what Wormhole was doing. Do you still remember what they were doing, Jay?
Kind of the same thing, but I haven't been paying attention to like any new developments with Wormhole or Layer Zero.
Okay, let me see.
I can see them being coming back around and having their day when RWAs go crazy, because we're gonna need that tech.
When those mean buggers will go to jail instead of being praised for wealth them made on us. Yeah. When I don't know, when stuff happens. Top 3 coins to hold for the bull run.
I think they're making it. I think they're making that crime legal, man. Just turn your head.
What's your top 3 altcoins to hold for the bull run? Actually, hold that. We're gonna come back to that.
Tough question, but let me start dwelling on it.
Yeah. Because look, we're gonna look into Derp real quick. Derp right now launched off of Stockbroker's Launchpad. Unrealized profits right now is about 42,000. Unrealized loss is about 5,000. Realized profits, people have taken about $20,000. And then off the past day here, you can see this is the wallets that's in profits here. So I didn't play this one, but apparently these guys, what I also saw is that these guys, some of these guys are from like the 8chain, and they're coming over to Robinhood. I've never been on 8chain. I haven't traded anything on 8chain. Have you been on 8chain, Jay?
I forgot about 8chain.
And the other one I wanted to talk about was Index. Index is another altcoin that we played early and have been doing pretty well on Index. And I recently traded back into it after the news of what they're integrating with Pawns V2, sitting at about 6 million market cap here. I think, it's around 6 million market cap here. Down 56% from its all-time highs. And then Voltia put out this tweet here. I love what Voltia put out, man. He puts out very good in-depth tweets. You guys should go follow him. But this is off from this tweet here. He basically put out a thesis on index, getting paid in stocks on chain, right? He breaks it all the way down on what index is. You guys should already know. Then he talks about the perp exchange that they do have. And let me scroll down a little bit here. So I'm not gonna go into all of this. I wanted to the Pons V2 here. People could use their own right now they can use their own tokenized assets. For example, if an index asset ends up approved, the launch volume becomes another fee surface that can be routed back into stock rewards. The drip stops depending only on people trading index. So this is from Pons Launchpad. So people that launch tokens on their Launchpad can also route some fees back over to index if they are approved onto the index platform. So this makes it another way to get some fees on chain, accrue some money, and also pass it over to users or whatever. What else? What else do we got here? That's pretty much it. What are you feeling about index, Jay?
I like index. I like what they're doing, and they're pretty connected. I got in early and I got out. Like I don't hold any right now, but yeah, I wanted to find another entry after I saw that news as well.
Yeah. Are you fading What If on Robinhood? Yes. I'm on the sideline watching What If. If you are making money on What If, congrats. I can't play everything, guys.
Same here, yeah. I'm sitting here watching y'all make money after I sold What If at 3 million. So
I stick to my rules, man. I stick to my rules, and this is how I stay successful in crypto. I'm not going to chase nothing. And if it keeps going, it keeps going, guys. Right? Because let's say this guy does go to like 1 million market cap. What's that? 4x from here?
Yeah.
Right? That's a 4x from here. Okay. But if it goes down, I don't like that one. There's too many people in profits, man. I don't like that.
Versus reward for meme coins, I need a higher reward.
And we just Also, did you see this Matt Fury meme just rugged?
They rugged Hood Rat.
Yeah, they rugged Hood Rat.
My boy was just telling me, actually AK was talking about, oh, we gotta get some. I was like, nah, I faded that coin all the way.
Why is Aura trending at 27? Yeah, ain't nobody got no Aura. But yeah, all right, only GOAT status. Are you talking about on Robinhood or are you talking about in general? If you're talking about in general, we're gonna talk about in general first, or we could go into Robinhood. Jay, what's your top 3 for hold?
Top 3 for holds, like out of the entire market cycle.
Yeah, let's just say in general until he gives us if it's just Robinhood or not.
All right, I'm going Tau AI. I'm going Peak Robotics. And the last one is up for grabs. The only reason why those two were easy because that's kind of my portfolio right now. But the last one, that's the open space for me. I'm not gonna lie. The third one to get in for this cycle is an open slot.
Open slot, okay. For me,
well, on that last one, but while you go ahead.
I was just checking this one just to see. It didn't really do nothing. I was checking to see if there was any altcoins that was look interesting. But for me, I think it's simple. Peak. I'm big onto robotics, whole narrative of robotics. Next, okay. Banker. I'm gonna say banker. I'm gonna say banker.
Okay.
I'm gonna say banker because if I'm a believer that there's going to be a lot more agents on chain, banker is going to be one of the way to pretty much be that agentic interface for these AI agents. You guys seen my videos on them, right? You guys probably even seen me on live stream talk about one of my agents I have connected to banker trading poly market for me, right? So if banker gets adopted in that way where people create their own agent and just plug it into banker, I think banker has a crazy upside. Right? They have their own launchpad, they have their APIs, they have skills, they have everything that they could have to be the agentic interface for agents. Right? The agent could go ahead and trade DeFi, to manage your portfolio for you, to trade prediction markets, could trade new altcoins, whatever you needed to do, it could do it via banker. So That's banker. Third, for right now, I'm gonna say pod. Pod because we know how big inference and compute is.
Yeah.
You guys see my video on compute capital markets, inference capital markets. Pod is Pod's model is the top model on Venice, by the way, right? They're leading on. They got some big, I forgot what rating they have on Hugging Face. I recently listened to the podcast that he was on. The dev was on for MTG. He talked about the flywheel mechanics that's going to be coming into Pod. So as of right now, Pod did drop off a little bit. And you guys know, if you guys, before the whole thing changed, we got into Pod pretty early. Right here. You can see it here. We got into Pod pretty early. This was before they changed their whole tokenomics. I broke it down in this post here. This is in May too. This was in May. But after the tokenomics has changed, you can see the pricing was way different, right? But we're still up on Pod, so I'm bullish on Pod. I will give DM. I will also say DM just in like as honorable mention. I will say DM because DM also fits into the thesis of autonomous compute, right? If we're going to have more agents on chain and they're going to be moving by themselves, doing everything by themselves, they're going to need compute autonomously. DM allows the agents to hold DM the token, and they could use that. If they got one DM, they can use $1. What is it? $1 of inference per day. I'm pretty sure they're going to have more than one DM if they need to operate, right? That also creates a little bit of a flywheel where that's more DM taken off of supply to, for these agents to hold, to operate it, honestly. So that means less DM for us. And now let me see if I could find something interesting for you guys. Let me see. It's this thing I've been following here. Venice stats. Venice stats is pretty much interesting here. Let's look at Venice stats here. Venice, we talk about the burns here, but you can see here, this is the supply of DM. 37,000 tokens in circulation, right? 37,000. But let's go look into the right. Look how much is staked. Of that 37,000, 29,000 of DM is staked. That's 77.96% of the total supply that is out right now is staked. And I don't think that's agents staking them. That's other people staking them to get that inference per day, right? This right now, listening to what's his name? The whole Venice guys. They talk about how this DM token is pretty much a liability for their platform, for Venice, because if you guys don't know, they pretty much give you guys free inference for their platform from DM, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to continue to get minted through Venice as well, but their whole flywheel is the more Venice is burned and things like that, that's less amount of DM that you can mint over time. So we'll see how this is going to play out, but I'm pretty bullish on this as of right now. This is something, if you guys don't know, go look into VeniceStats.com. This will give you all the information you need to know for Venice and DM as a whole. That was my little go through right now. What the WTB was that? What to buy? When to buy BTC?
When to buy BTC, or you think ETH will overtake it in this next cycle?
What do you think, Jay?
I think as far as like gains, ETH has more potential for gains. I think ETH should go to 10,000 at some point. That's a 5x. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million before ETH goes to 10K. That's just my theory.
What is it? When Bitcoin tops out at like 200 next cycle, 240 or something?
Yeah, like if Bitcoin goes like 240 or something, hopefully we see ETH at a 10K.
What is that? Okay. I've listened to a lot of these like institutional podcasts when it comes down to like crypto. They're bullish on ETH, hype, and zcash.
Yeah.
The institutional flow could be in ETH as more tokenized assets come on chain. What was it? Let me go to this website real quick. Hold on. Another thing, I just be giving y'all the tools I be using, yo. Y'all better like this stream, man. RWA.xyz here, right? This will let you know a little bit more about what's happening within the RWA market. I've always showed this every time I talk about RWAs. Can we look at where's the on-chain stuff? Where is it at? Did I miss it? Where's it at?
What?
Did they change that? I'm looking because they used to have this little tab that shows you all the chains of the amount of tokenized assets on these chains.
Oh yeah, nah.
Hold on.
You might have to go to DeFi Llama for that.
Nah, this one got it. This one got it. Hold on. Oh. Let me see overview. There we go. Oh damn, they blocked it out. The asset class, they blocked it out.
They gotta buy it now?
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all greedy. But we get it. All right, distributed, right?
What are you gonna look at?
Just to show them what's going on. So distributed RWA tokens using blockchain as the distribution layer, enabling on-chain investors to subscribe, hold, and manage assets directly through their own wallets, right? Or custodians, right? So this is distributed. You can see at the top here, you got ETH with 1,376 managers here. The platform has about 17.2 billion. The last time I think represented had Canton, Canton at the top. So what's the difference? Represented is RWA tokens using the blockchain as record-keeping layer, enhancing transparency, reconciliation, and operational efficiency without enabling on-chain investors to transfer or distribution. So meaning, one, the distributed part is people can actually interact with the RWAs. The represented one is people can't interact with that. That's just simple. But represented here, you can see Canton is up here at $318 billion. When distributed, I don't think they're even up in the top 10. Monad, somebody was asking Monad before. Monad, actually, they got about 465. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe that's how they stay alive, right? I don't think right now our Robinhood is going to be up here yet because they still got more tokenized stocks to go. I don't know if they're going to have like, tokenized, what is that? Rentals up here, like, what was that one? Property and things like that. So yeah. So institutional value,
like RWA's locked up, is actually going up too.
Where?
Like in general.
Okay. Oh, up here? Or am I tweeting?
No, I'm looking. My bad. I was looking at DeFi Llama, but RWA real estate is going up right now. Bonds is actually the top RWAs being locked up right now. So if there's bonds going on that chain, that might also be why Canton is up there.
Okay, we could see. Yeah, actually, that goes along with what you're saying here because we can see it here too. Treasury is at, what is this? Can we get up to date? This is 28. We just gonna keep it right there. You can see all the numbers there. So yeah, RWAs is getting interesting on chain. I think Ethereum, could really outperform. We'll see though. I do say Ethereum is a anchor in a portfolio if you do have it. In general, we did answer that for you. Hopefully that answers your question. Only go. You let me know.
My third one is gonna be in RWAs. I'm gonna say Maple
Finance. Ooh, yeah. Actually, was just listening to that too.
I don't have as much of it, but I want to get more.
Anyone remember PI? What is that? PiCoin? Yeah, it was in the top 5 in crypto. Yeah. I received some rewards to claim after mining PiCoin. You know what I would have made some good money off of? Electronium.
That was my first crypto. That's the first crypto I ever bought.
Really? That was the crypto I was mining on the phone too.
Bought the ICO of that thing. That was so, that was so fun.
Yeah, ICO during those days. I received some rewards to claim. Overtake BTC. Are you tripping? Yeah. We know nothing is really going to overtake BTC unless something crazy happens. All right, one more thing here. Let's go. Let's just check again if there's anything that we have missed here. I'm checking today. Shaw, what? Is there anything on chain? Okay, somebody bought $49 of What If. Woohoo! Let's go. Perks, Uni. Okay, it's the same one. Uni. Somebody bought. Oh, that's 13 hours ago. 11 minutes. Imagine $905. Let's look at where Imagine has at.
Imagine's that.
It still hasn't. Oh, this is stockbroker strategy. It came down. It came down. Y'all told me it was looking good, man. What else? Okay, there's not much here. So we had a pretty good stream here. You got any closing thoughts, Jay?
No, pretty good stream, y'all. You know, like, subscribe, let us know your plays. And yeah, tune in.
Yeah, every Saturday we going live around this time here. Have a good topic for you guys. Next live stream, I want to know what I'm going to talk about, because this stream we talked about a little bit more of, you know, everything. We could dive in directly into full AI. We could talk about everything AI. That means that's every niche, you know, let's say sub narrative of AI. We could talk about compute, inference, robotics, AI agents, because we haven't given an update on AI agents in a little bit. So yeah, that may be the topic, or we could go into RWAs fully and dive into everything that the RWA sector has been doing recently. I don't know. We're going to decide. We're going to decide. Remember, we're on the road to 30K subscribers. If you guys would like to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. If you're on X, go ahead and follow me on X. We're going to be going live a lot more there. And if you guys want to test out the HQ, you guys can go to the bio. If you're on X, you could get 1 day free trial to test out the HQ, get all the features. If you're on YouTube, the link will be pinned. The last thing before I leave, we had some good votes here. I want to see, we had some good votes here. Let me see. Have you made money this bear market here? People have been voting. It seems like majority of you guys have been making some decent money in the bear market. Oh, Jay.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you think this has been the best bear market yet before we leave?
Yes, I will say yes. This bear market is not boring.
Honestly, not.
Like people don't understand how. You remember the bear market when you first got into 2019 after you went to 20K? Like it got so boring and dull, especially like as a content creator. All you could talk about was how everything is still dropping, and it was like bad news after bad news. Like this cycle, we got meme coins popping. AI is still doing its thing. You got the Anthem stuff going on, so it's still a lot. It's always a lot happening in crypto, but like previous bear markets was like just learning about what projects were doing. This bear market,
and it wasn't like on-chain activities where people could actually make money. It was crazy.
Yeah, we had to do random stuff like, you know, gamble. Like literally, it was like casinos where you were mining the casino token by losing on gamble. So yeah, this is the best bear market for sure. Other bear markets were retarded.
yeah. I've had too much fun this bear market here. I hope it continues. Bitcoin, hopefully it's the bottom.
Yeah,
we didn't get your thoughts on it.
Most money I ever made in a bear market as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy for people that have been making money this bear market, and more people have stayed around in crypto this bear market than they did previously. So there was about 75 of you guys that was in here. Hope you guys come back next week. We're gonna have another banger. I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.
Peace.